when we finished last, I believe Tanaka has gone off, has recovered her mount, and then settled down the road. And one of you, I think it was Vanna, went out to the road and got the carts. But it doesn't really matter. The group of you rejoin each other either still in the little hamlet where you so recently slew all those goblins, or by the cart out on the road. It doesn't really matter where, but you eventually come together again, so you can decide where that is.
I'll head back to the cart once like the people I've been cheating are stabilized. So yeah.
Can I roll a knowledge underworld to see if there's a market for goblin ears?
Why would you think that'd be underworld? Maybe that would be above world.
Yeah, maybe. But like a knowledge, I guess.
Law, Jacko, law.
Law underworld is not like the Underdark, right? It's like it's just criminal shit, right?
Although yeah, but maybe if the chief of a local town or something has a tendency to have a bounty or something.
Chief of a local town, okay.
Maybe there's a quest for goblin ears, coincidentally, the next time.
You're pretty I should actually
little question mark in a corner. It says 020.
That's good. Hey, Chris.
And you, Jack, I need to message on WhatsApp specifically.
Yeah, I'm grabbing my phone as we speak right now.
Grab the guitar while you're there.
Nope.
You're gonna bring the guitar to Gamescom?
Nope.
You can face like I'll
I haven't played in a while, dude.
Meant for me, but okay.
Oh. You play?
I mean, we've seen worse people Guitar Hero. Alright, and the good thing about this campaign, there's some time for shit talking when Chris is typing.
Right, there we go.
What?
Uh-oh. The ears are worth their weight in gold.
Okay.
Yeah, so everyone gathers round.
This sheet is far enough, Chris.
What did he even say? I didn't even hear it.
So there's nothing resembling a character sheet right now.
No. I have quite nicely my level 1 character sheet.
Wait, why doesn't he just log in? Oh, you didn't have it on Roll20? Oh, dear.
No, because that pissed me off the file.
You didn't upload it to the shared PDF to be accessed by the laptop? Oh, dear.
I completely forgot to actually fully level up anyway.
This shocks me. Alright.
Can you say hello?
Hello?
Okay, thank you. Perfect.
You say goodbye?
Fuck off.
Okay.
So I'm on a very shaky setup.
Yeah, I could see the webcam shake literally. So
that's on my tablet.
Alright. So
everybody is out now on the road around the cart.
And she just rode off.
Yeah, she was gone by the time you guys got out here.
And all her. Not her people, but the people traveling with her also gone, or they're still defending the village?
They're still mostly around.
Okay.
Some people have gone off. Most are still here. They seem to be sort of, organizing crisis management in general. So sending word out.
Let the people with degrees do that. Yeah. I'll be like, all right, well, that was a bit of a mess right there.
Oh fuck!
Every
time I'm like, oh shit, we're in it.
What time of day was it, Chris? Sorry? Still fairly early, right?
You guys were having lunch when you met Tanaka, and you traveled with her for a good couple of hours after lunch before this all happened. So,
now, 4 or something?
Oh yeah, just sun's getting low. We'll say sun's getting real low, big guy.
No. And you said coincidentally whenever we stop traveling we run into an inn, right? Basically. Or no, just
as in there's enough on the road that you can
Okay. Have we passed one recently? Or there's still one we think not that far in front?
They're probably equidistant. That's probably
I don't know who goes backwards. Sharks don't do that. I sound like, well, that mess is sorted, perhaps we better get going for the day. Couple more hours of sunlight still, and it'd be nice to find a bed for the night.
Agreed, that was a whole ordeal. Let's take it easy for the rest of the day.
Aye, quite the mess. Seems it's landing the safest.
I can't wait to see what tomorrow brings.
As you guys are there, you hear a rustling of someone approaching through the fields next to you. And as you turn, you notice one of the figures from the village approaching. It is an elderly man. Well, no, elderly, past middle age, we'll say, probably in his, mid-50s. His hair is grey and white, and he's wearing a sort of rough-spun tunic and just a pair of regular cotton pants. And he's carrying a little bag of jinglies in his
I look to my sister, I'm like, don't steal from the old man.
He's offering.
And he comes up and says, greetings, noble adventurers. I am Peter. I am the village, something of an elder around here, the village holy man, you might say. I wanted to offer our sincerest thanks for the assistance that you rendered. We are given to understand that you had nothing to do with the paladin who stepped in, and that you merely jumped to our aid as desperate fellow souls on this plane of torment.
Well, that's a bit of a grandiose way to put it, but
well, nevertheless, you put your lives at risk for ours with no thought of reward, and that, in the eyes of Incendius, is a very good thing.
And
he says this represents the agriculture tax that we were due to pay in any day now to the local lord, but will now be exempted from that, given that everything has happened and so many are dead.
I kind of scratch my beard.
You should take it.
Kind of scratch my beard. Don't you need maybe some money to rebuild the old houses to burn down?
The local lord is very good. Everything that can be replaced monetarily will be. Alas, so little can be replaced monetarily. He kind of looks wistful.
Children are expensive.
You're about to get punched.
I really want to play a character would say that one day, damn man. One day I'll say that character. Alright, kind of shrug and I'm like, I kind of shrug and it's like, if it'll make you feel better.
It will.
Then I'm here to help. Yeah. Hold your hand.
Okay. He gives you 74 gold and 50.
Whoa! What hell of a tax?
Whoa.
Chris, can I roll law, not a religion or whatever, to know about the god he mentioned, like Iomedes or whatever it was called?
Incendius.
Sure, that one. Incendius. The fire gods.
Isn't that your god?
No, my god's the one you made up. Agenmar.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you're right. You're the dwarven god. Yeah, Incendius is one of the other.
Yeah,
I know about the other gods.
I should pull up the drive, shouldn't I?
Oh, would I just know about him, or do I need to roll? Is he like that for me?
No, he's one of the ones you would absolutely.
Oh, so I can read him in the dark. Cool.
Yes.
Okay, then I
74 gold and how much silver?
58.
58.
Eternal Fire Lord. What the fuck is up with these people? Okay, stop editing it as I'm reading the document. I can see you.
I'm not editing. I'm just clicking around.
Okay. It doesn't have very much information. He's a good boy, neutral good. Okay, cool. All I need to know. But dude, also he likes it burning down. It's like, sacrifice. Alright. Yeah, I like, kind of you to think of us. Thank you.
Tanaka was a paladin of Incendius.
Oh, she was? Oh.
She was, yes.
Wait, I wrote that down, didn't I?
Yeah, sister, you keep the records. I just read them. Sometimes.
You do nothing. We get it.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
He retreats to build the pyres to
God.
send forth their loved ones to be with Incendius.
Cool.
And leaves you there, yeah.
And I can see why adventurers make quite a good living. It's just a couple of days and look at all the work we've had.
Oh fuck, sorry. I'm looking for my notes.
But it was 78 gold and how much?
24.
Silver? How much?
Just 74 gold.
74 gold, 58 silver.
Oh, what?
Well, I suppose we really should split that up, shouldn't we?
And you can order my sister, but you can pay the next few meals.
Right. So 74 divided by 3. Calculator.
Come on, Jack. They each get 18 and a half.
Right.
And if you bother with the silver water.
Yeah, just each of you get 19. I'll figure out that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hear that, Saji?
Cool.
I mean, like Tom knows how much fucking gold was on his character sheet.
Yeah. X plus 19. That's how that works.
And since we're technically in a town, does this count as a free exchange place? To exchange gold for platinum, silver for gold, etc.
They're a little burned down at the moment, but yeah. Like
You walk in, I got some silver. You got some change, boys.
somewhere like in the not too distant future, like tomorrow or even possibly the day after, you'll find somewhere.
Okay.
So
I just didn't know what I wanted to put on my character sheet first.
Can inns not do it? Chris, can you not do it at an inn?
I mean, you can if they're happy to, but if you like go in and say I want to change this 7,000 gold into silver, please.
Yeah, I don't think we have 7,000 gold.
Between all of us, I don't think so. Unless Fenland's much better of a thief than I think.
You know.
You've been holding out on me.
He cannot just steal from people, but like create gold in their pockets to steal.
You know? Counterfeiting.
So anyway, you guys, I guess get going until you find an inn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, you go. Maybe another half hour before you come across a like inn is I think inn is probably a fair word. I don't even think there's more than like a couple of rooms though. It's more just a sort of a way station. There's a sour old woman who kind of opens the door suspiciously and helps you with the aid of various assistants to get your animals stabled and then everything and so on.
Nice.
And asks what you'll be wanting.
Kind of like look around at the side of the place and like, I'm sure you got 8 rooms spare.
Yeah, I mean it's like there's like maybe 1 or 2 people here. She kind of nods and says, "Aye."
Oh, he's a dwarf. He's like, she's like, I'm like, alright, they sleep too?
They do.
I had a gesture for my sister to pay the person.
How much was it again? 3 silver?
Oh, that's a good question. How much was it again?
Maybe they completely changed it, you know.
It's under equipment, right? Like equipment,
services, lodging, bed, 1 silver, lodging, private room, 8 silver.
8 silver, jeez.
8 silver.
Yes.
Nice.
So yeah, you guys can decide what you want. You can basically get everything that isn't
the extravagant suite.
Yeah, in terms of food, in terms of
we can get the fine dining
and so on. No, you can't get the fine dining. You can. So everything is at like the top tier in most.
What page is this on again?
This is 290.
The archived and efforts are pretty good.
294 of my PDF.
Archived and efforts pretty good. You click like equipment and it's like a little services tab. Boom, bam.
As I put down the gold, I'm like, this room is just for us. And I kind of look at the other 2. What are you 2 doing? Are you sharing?
Yeah, I get a private room for me for 8 silver.
Yeah, the other room. Yeah. Sure.
Sadly, they ran out of rooms for you, my friend. Guess you're sleeping with the common folk.
Thought they were closer than that. Sadly, you can bunk with us if you want.
Nope. I was like shaking my head like, I don't think so. I didn't even know about that.
Alright, fine.
So it's okay.
Sleep outside, I guess.
This is like play like a hammock for the fire, you know, the classic. Lodging floor space. We got only 3 copper. Amazing. Alright.
This actually doesn't even have to pay, probably, right? You can just sing a song and everyone's like,
That's true. Entertain them.
No
Magic.
songs to say.
No songs, sadly. Alright, as we're kind of like, I don't know, like sitting around, like waiting for some food or whatever, I don't know if you want us to all play, like, eating or whatever, but I'm gonna get out my big axe and, like, basically, I'm emblazoning it with the symbol of my god. I am doing that feature, Chris. The emblazoned armament. So I, like, basically, like, got, like, a smaller knife, and I'm kind of, like, etching into the haft of it, like, while, like, saying some, like, muttering some words, like, etching a symbol of my god.
There's like
You never say
a
what the
soft
symbol looks
radiant
like.
glow coming from like where the tip of the knife is.
You never told me what the symbol of my god is, Chris Agamar. Yeah, I don't think it said it in the doc, like the actual symbol.
I don't know, some kind of symbol.
Cool, it's a fucking cool dwarven symbol.
No, it's
Nice.
dick butt. It's fine.
Exactly. Yeah, and like after I finish, I like look at it proudly, like I think that would do.
as if you're usually not loud enough with your god. Now you have to parade around with it.
Kind of like gesture then menacingly with the axe. I'm like, alright, I'll tell you, this will be important here. What's your name? Family.
Ben je gereed haalt.
Forgot your sister's name.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah, and then like put it down after. So get to eating. Eventually, I guess just head up.
Yeah. Does the private room include any food?
No.
Or no? Son of a bitch! These cheap bastards. Okay.
Hey, lady, Fandlin.
Yeah.
Get out some food.
Wait, we don't. Oh no, we don't get any. We sing a song, a nice dwarven song.
Let's just buy some food. It's like fucking 3 copper for a square meal.
Alright, removing
I don't know how bad a square meal is.
6 copper.
Well, we can't get any nicer than that. So
you get a poor meal.
Right, but
below
sorry.
poor?
Yeah, squares below poor. Yeah.
Oh god.
Alright, we'll get a poor meal, Jacob. Paid him 2 silver. 2 silver. Please.
What?
Gotcha.
Why 2? And silver.
1 for each of us.
It's 3 poor meals, 1 copper.
Yeah, but I don't want to fucking no. The square meal's 3 copper.
Right.
Yeah,
poor meals 1 copper.
No, it's 1 silver. Oh, it's 1 silver on a fucking this website. Bad website.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're getting a square meal.
That's 3 copper each.
Put on a van plate.
Right, going back to the copper.
I hate you.
Glad we finally decided this.
Alright.
Well, once we're upstairs, I do want to have a quick conversation.
Aye, what is this?
I feel like it's about what you said before, about the whole adventuring business.
Hmm?
There is a lot of gold in it, I won't lie. I've never been this rich before, and for all my efforts in my life, this gold is more than I've ever seen, really. But I value my life even more. What are we just going into the adventuring business now? It's been 2 days since we met these other folk, and they seem to be a-okay with it, but I just kind of imagined traveling on the road a bit more.
I know what you're saying. I've been thinking about myself. I mean, today was a bit of an extreme circumstance, I'd say. I don't like to see people die, even if they are humans, and I think it would look fairly bad to stay at the side of the cart while a fire happened, but...
Yeah, I mean, they were fucking goblins, so I'm all out for that, but...
I'm not sure. If we're traveling and something like that happens, I feel obliged to help, but in terms of seeking out this kind of work, I don't know if it's quite for me.
I wasn't lying before when I want to keep you safe, brother. These are dangerous.
I've been thinking about this. I've been thinking. I'm working on this. You
have a plan.
I want to practice my medicine. Make sure I know exactly what's happening. The fights, I'll be a bit more careful. Don't you worry.
It sounds like you've given a bit of thought. That's a first.
I try not to be quite so suicidal.
All right.
I admit, fighting actual creatures is quite different than the training we went through.
Right, before these past few days, all I've ever shot was like a rabbit or a gnome, maybe. But...
Exactly. I've sparred, but fighting goblins, arm to teeth, it's not quite what I thought.
I think what it is, it's that elf, Alandria. She's scary. And she seems
Bloodthirsty.
pretty okay with the whole thing. We have to keep an eye on her.
Aye. She maybe can't live without the thrill anymore.
Well, either we get rid of her as soon as possible, or we make her our best friend.
You saying there's no middle ground?
He's a scary tall bounty hunter or something. I don't know. Doesn't seem very empathic, you know.
I mean, if we wanted to be smart, we'd probably leave them both here and journey onwards tonight and not bother them again, but...
I mean, I know you don't really like Saji, but... And he's kind of an idiot, sure. But he's...
Kind of, yeah.
I don't know. I think he could be valuable to our whole operation.
Just stoke the forge.
Well, he's a people person.
And the laundry
he
is
opens
not
doors.
useful. Come on.
I'm like, I will...
eager to meet him.
Look, let's travel with them until we get to what's the name of the place we're heading to? Crag. We own it now. Cragmarrow, right? Yeah. Cragmarrow. I will. Let's head on with them for now while we head up to Cragmarrow. But I agree. Any more instances like this, we'll need to properly have a look and see if
maybe just really a bit of a debate, just for out of principle's sake.
With them, you want to talk to them about this?
Well, shoots anything arise before we charge in.
I agree. If someone offers us work, clearing out any more crypts, hunting down any more creatures, perhaps we say, is this really what we want to be doing in our lives? You know, I just wanted to open up a nice little shop. You wanted to steal from some nice little shops. You know, this isn't what we signed up for.
Hey, I have a legitimate business, okay? I sell arrows. I'm a fletcher.
A fencer, I understand. I've heard of this
because
business.
I see other opportunities, doesn't mean, you know.
Whatever you say to me. So,
anyways.
But yeah, I agree. This isn't really what we expected.
Oh, it's Mom and Dad say if they saw us. Well,
hopefully tomorrow will be a bit more of a normal day, and then no, Chris, what's happening tomorrow?
So many guns.
12 hours later. Put it out.
I will. We better get some rest. It's been a long day.
Right.
And set up down to bed. I like the thing about how much HP do you regen per night again? It's like level times con, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Level times con or plus?
Times.
Who can say?
So
okay, yeah, go to sleep. Chris, when I leveled up, did I get my sales spot immediately?
Wait, what?
When I leveled up, did I get the spell slot immediately? But it might mean I can heal myself before we sleep.
But no, you don't have the. You don't have the spell
okay.
slot from this.
I only get it when I pray. Shame. Okay, then yeah, I go to sleep.
What page is the resting rule stuff on?
I'm looking now. I'm like I'm like 461. It's somewhere around here. This is healing and dying and stuff. Hit points knocked out, unconscious.
Oh no, if you spend a day and night. Oh no, yeah, no, that's just spend a day and night. You do multiply by twice your level. Ooh. I'm not doing that shit.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Alright.
Rules.
Rest is said too many goddamn times in this book, apparently. Going like one page at a time, if that.
I mean, short rest, long rest, they've got all
Rest, here we go. After you rest, when you again hit 3 constitution to modify time to level, page 480. Nice, it was on the website, it says what pages in PDF. I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh yeah, rest and daily preparations. Here we go.
Yeah,
Retraining, all that shit. Cool. Okay, so yeah, the night passes without anybody being attacked, as far as you know. And yeah, in the morning, everyone is awakened by the crowing of the cock.
Nice.
Saji.
Not me. Not me. Not this time.
Yeah. I guess you guys begin on the road.
Yeah.
Cool. Chris, I'm still investing in the hat. You know, like there's the random invest in value items I have to do every day. I'm just letting you know I'm still doing that.
Alright, cool.
Head out on the highway.
Looking for adventure. Oh no, wait. No, the opposite.
No, that on the
Comes
house.
our way.
Looking for no adventure.
Basically, I'd probably spend the night just at the fireplace. Whatever.
Yeah, I guess technically you guys did get interrupted, but you guys did also travel a full day yesterday. What is your travel pace?
God.
I think this is,
Was it on the road? It's 1 square per day, I think.
we're just following.
That you guys are gonna go at, because you have basically none of the conditions except road. Starting from 0, 1, so you go 1 hex per day. So yesterday you would have gone 1 hex. I guess we'll, in lieu of a random encounter roll, we'll see what happened counts as a random encounter.
So we're heading into forest. Is there a agenda here?
This is still road, right? This is still road.
Yeah.
Wait, how much are we going through forest?
There's no forest anywhere.
Oh, how much further is going through plains or whatever this is? Plains.
This is just a different country.
Oh, yeah, but, okay. What is this terrain that isn't on
They're
fucking
green
road?
people here.
Just
like
as in, like,
any
if you
of
want,
these
if you
sectors.
want,
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, in that case, it's just
Sorry, but if you
hex every 2 days.
Oh, but the trees
okay,
or
so
the
it's-
forests. That makes sense.
Yeah, trees of forest. It's 1 hex. Okay, so that's not worth it, even if we went like straight. Okay, cool. Yep, I guess just head out on the road. No, man.
High road.
Okay, so I shall determine if there is a random encounter with my faithful dice.
I know this feel.
Bring it on, random encounter.
Oh no, he's rolling more dice. Oh no. Oh no, he's not.
No, there is not a random encounter.
Amazing.
You guys travel along. It's a mix of sort of farmland and sometimes just kind of like open country before you sort of come back into a little pocket of civilization. It gets more and more sort of sparsely populated the closer you get to the border.
Border control, yeah.
And you travel the day, and at some point you pass a milestone, or like in the middle of the day, or some kind of marker letting you know that you are entering the kingdom of Alea.
Okay. As a day, as we're like traveling,
or something. I don't know.
Okay. Yeah. Natural boundaries, the best. As a day travel, I kind of want to make it a little bit conversation. I'll kind of ask. At some point, I'll ask. How are you pronouncing the person name? Elandria. It's Elandria, right? Elandria.
Wow.
Elandria.
Well, you can mispronounce it.
Again,
Elandria.
it's true.
That's very different. It's not Landria. It's Elandria. That's very different. Right. Elandria. That's something that we like. So, Elandria, I don't know too much about you.
Elandria.
You said you used to be in the circus, right? And just got a bit bored out of life?
No. I left the circus out of necessity.
I see. Well, we all have our own reasons. What
No, I mean, we can ask her. What was the reason?
Maybe it's
Maybe she killed someone. We have a right to know.
Right. Did you kill anyone, Elandria?
Not in the circus.
Aye. Did you leave out of your own volition? Yeah.
Sort of. The whole company I was actually killed by an attack of wolves.
Aye. So I did that. Wolves, ferocious creatures. Aye.
Very tragic.
I kind of think like, how long ago was that then?
That was when I was just a child.
Oh, what have you been up to since then?
Been working as a mercenary.
And that's how you.
Get a look.
Not quite bad. And that's. And into that, what you want to continue doing? That's how you see yourself. No. You have any dreams, any plans, any aspirations?
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
He kind of looks at you oddly. Says, "Is there a point behind these questions?"
And like, if we're traveling with you and Saji for days, weeks, whoever knows how long it's take, it'd be nice to know why we're together, what you're hoping to accomplish by traveling with us. If we're just here because we're both going the same way, sure, but is there a point where we're going to cross paths? Or I mean, our paths will divert, and would it be saying goodbye? Or are you here with us, but you think it's good work, it's good fun, it's opportunity, it's safer? It's got to be a reason, right?
We are pretty great company.
He kind of nods at you when you say that. I'm just out looking to make a difference.
I see.
And over.
Make a name
The
for
kind of thing is
myself.
like you interested in
Find adventure.
joining the. They're called the Forsworn or some shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, are you interested in joining the Forsworn like that?
Not exactly, no.
I
do
think make a
what they
difference
do
your
is
own
a-
way.
Precisely.
Maybe get a bit of gold in the process.
Wouldn't hurt.
You know,
So
we
this
understand
past
each other.
couple days, the crypt, the village, that's kind of stuff. That's what makes your days seem a bit more interesting. Like that's. I mean, obviously it's terrible what's happening, but being able to stop it and help, that's what you are looking to do.
More or less. Again, this as good as this world is, there's still evil within it. And if I could help make a difference while also making some coin, 2 birds, 1 stone.
All right. Understandable. I kind of look to for family.
And what of you, Flacky, Fandla?
Eventually, like I said, I'd like to start up my own smith. Well, my family's smithy somewhere else in the world. Perhaps not make a name for ourselves. We already should have one, but bring a name back to light. I admit I'm not. Well, I wasn't exactly expecting this kind of journey. What's happened in the past couple of days, but perhaps the road is tougher than we originally thought.
Is it very safe then? There's no creatures or people who do harm there in the mountains.
Well, if you fall into the volcano, it's not great. But other than that, people don't really try and invade our lands.
No, it's a tough land for bandits, for criminals, for the like. We look hard on those who are looking to take from us, and to be fair, there isn't much to take if you're not a dwarf. Not many men or other creatures interested in rock.
We have a few gnomes living nearby, but they run away at any danger, really.
Yeah, gnomes traditionally cowards, as we all know.
He just nods along like, "Yep, that's about right."
Yeah, we go through.
I wasn't listening to that.
Nah, that's okay, you know. I'm like, when we're young.
I see, obviously, that you,
He's not paying
Flacky,
attention.
you are the Forge Master, obviously. And what is it that you do, Fandlin?
Well, I'm a fletcher, and I'm gonna show my arrows. My own personal brand, you see.
Didn't you, like, literally pick up arrows from everyone?
Yeah,
no,
but he's
those
like,
are my own arrows as well.
he's
Mostly.
painted them white, so
Okay.
he knows who he hits.
Yes.
Jeez.
See.
Which reminds me, I need some geese.
Geese.
For the feathers, you see.
Do you need an actual geese or just the feathers?
Well, if you're on the road for a long time, I don't know. I've never had a pet before, so that might be nice.
They look the sad sheet just for briefly, and they come back.
Wait, what?
Said you never had a pet before. It might be nice. And I looked at the sad sheet and then back.
Interesting.
So it still looks a bit sullen.
Oh.
Down.
Like, and you, Saji, are you also in the circus?
Well, no, his family is in the entertainment business.
Aye.
Yeah.
You left
theater and all kinds of stuff.
But you got you did the old special effects. I remember, yeah. They shouldn't be called that.
I love the idea of calling magic special effects.
CGI.
You get bored with that business, or
not necessarily bored. Maybe.
want to see a bit more of the world? Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's a bit of what my sister's got. And are you like Alandria here? Just we're looking at to make a difference, or you're just a bit more interested to see what the world has to offer you?
More the second.
If you can avoid any dangerous situations.
I just need to get used to them. It's something new, you know.
Alright, I feel you.
It's hard the first time.
Maybe next time we can talk.
I feel.
You know. Maybe next time we can talk with the goblins.
Yeah, I was a bit. Well, a bit taken over. I
Mm.
think I'll be fine. Don't
taken
worry.
over.
Yeah. Like sometimes the mind or your body is no longer yours.
You know-
I think I got it.
When in the moment of the heat of the moment, to say, you know.
Mm. He says I was running into rooms, bleeding. I think I was almost bleeding to death, but still my body just acting like nothing was happening. Acting on instinct. It's
Well, if I
Strange.
may suggest, Saji, maybe a change in a strategy, so to say. Because you got very
What do you
close
mean?
to the action. You know, you saw all the blood, all the people are trying to hurt you and all
Guts.
that.
Oh,
Maybe if
organs,
you just
brain
try
to
and
be help
remain unseen.
to be help. I can't do much from far away though. Apart from shoot. My quest. This doesn't happen.
I'm sure Flacky. No, not Flacky. That's my name. Fanlin can maybe craft you a short bow, perhaps. Right, Fanlin? Something you're suited to your
did.
size.
There
Sure,
were
sure.
multiple lying around the goblins. I even grabbed one.
Oh, there you go. This is cool.
And even did
Yeah,
try
but
to
I
shoot
also
one.
want to practice more with my magic.
Hmm.
I want to be more in this.
Yeah, you don't get your magic from a
Reliant.
god, no?
No, it's in the family.
Hmm.
Some
Oh, by your
for some
parents
more
or just
prominent than others.
in the blood?
My parents were not sorcerers, no.
Ah, sorcerer, not always I see.
Yes,
He-
yes.
He's adopted, I think.
It's in the blood. No, it's just it's not. Oh, it doesn't hit
Can
everyone.
skip generation.
Family and we normally tend to have big families.
Hmm.
Well, not that big, but more than like one kid.
I was like big family, yeah, you sure? Looking at your height. Alright. Dwarf, I'm actually like 5 centimeters on you, boy. Okay.
Elandria turns to Fanlin and says, "Oh, and not Fanlin, sorry, Flacky says, you were a priest, is that correct?"
Alright, I think my parents saw that without a little bit of discipline, kind of I and my sister, perhaps the children of the family went a bit astray. I think they were eager to keep me a bit, teach me some, I don't say morals, but teach me some respect, I guess. Yeah, they decided, they enrolled me in the church when I was quite young. It was done with my smithing training that all the members of our family go through.
And are all dwarven priests similar to you? I have not had the chance to meet many.
Not all. I admit, I found myself finding more interest in the sparring training and the way magic could be used to fight stronger, more effectively. There are those who are the healers of the church. I admit I am able to do that magic myself, but it is not what I think myself good at. And there's others who aren't trained to use armor like this and normally rely more on spells from further distance, but I couldn't get in on that.
When would you have need of such magics had you stayed in your mountain home?
I think in a way it's tradition. Back when the world was more dangerous and split, it was almost every clan for himself, but once the world has become smaller and safer, I think it's just to keep in the old traditions. We dwarves like knowing what our ancestors did and fought for, and to like to keep those traditions alive in case they ever need it again.
Our grandpa couldn't shut up about it.
Aye.
Every night with the stories.
We are older than. Oh, I don't know how old half elves live, but I mean, our grandparents go back almost 1,000 years.
I don't even think there's a spot on here for age on the character sheet.
I'm just assuming it's like other fucking fantasy series. Like, I'm assuming dwarves live for like 300 years, or whatever. So yeah, like our grandfathers remembers almost 1,000 years back, and his grandfathers remember almost the time of the world was not how it is today. I guess when you live that long, you begin to see that you should be prepared for what you need, not what you are currently facing.
Understandable.
And maybe get a bit of gold in the process, you know.
You know, make some money, folks.
It all ties back together.
Yeah. How old are Fandlin and Flacky?
Be young,
Are you-
like
okay.
pretty fucking young. Like
Young for a dwarf or young, like, even for, human
I
age?
think I would. Jackie, did you write down on your character sheet? There was nothing for me to write down.
29
You're looking
or
up to-
25 or something? Right?
Yeah, so we're fucking like pretty young even for humans, but for dwarves we're like fucking
Babies.
teenagers.
Kiddos.
Like real young. Like I'm imagining like
kiddo in the town.
I'm like fucking like, hey. Like, I think I'm like 23 or something, which I think for a dwarf would be like fucking like 15 or something crazy young actually.
Right.
Yeah.
It's the kind of age where you kind of like, dude, fucking my parents keep telling me what to do, and they keep telling me to go to church and to like, oh fuck that, I'm gonna go
Rebels.
start my
Oh
own
God, they're
fucking
teenagers.
smithing school. Yeah, but like dwarf teenagers act like me, where they actually pretend to be more like.
Mm-hmm.
And he has a full beard, so he gets worse.
Yeah, you get that when you're like 5.
And how long do dwarves live? 300-ish years?
Yeah, I can see if it actually says stuff in the rules for this, but I don't think
It does say it, like, it says half elves live for about
Oh, it does?
150
Okay, let me
years.
see. Dwarf. Dwarf mechanics, no.
First called
Dwarf
adulthood,
name.
It's at the
age
very
25.
beginning.
A typical dwarf can live to around 350 years old.
So you really, 350, yeah, so our grandparent like 1,000 years old. So like, even though like this
That's much
fucking
more
shit happened like millennia ago, like
Mhm.
yeah, it says none of this shit's been seen in for 1,000 years. Like our grandparent could technically have like seen when the world
Yep.
wasn't like this. And it says we received physical maturity at 25. And I'm like 25, so like it's basically like, a guy will teach at like almost 16, 17, that's when like I finished
Right.
puberty basically, but I'm still pretty young.
Mhm.
I don't know, like I think it's quite hard for you guys to tell.
I'm personally curious.
Yeah.
Uh,
Cool. But yeah, to try the day, I basically ask her some stuff, try to get a bit more of their motives and like why they're here. And yeah.
I guess
done.
I'll ask, on the way there to Crack Merrill, do you guys want to see anything special? Do you have anything in mind that you need to visit, or...
You're from this
There's a
land, right?
lovely
Land,
sheep over in this hex here.
Ooh, I mean, I know
Because
how
sheep.
I like the sheep.
No.
I'm like, are you from this land, right, Alandia? Or am I wrong about that?
Again, traveled quite a bit with the circus as a child, but in general, yes, we're from around Lysandroth.
Let's see. Well,
What do
if you remember
visit
any
your-
interesting sites.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where on the map is your guys' home?
It's a big volcano, is that so?
Yeah, the one,
Yeah.
you see where like
Overdruin.
Ortala is to the right of that, Overdruin. Yeah.
Sorry, this general. Okay, see, yeah, gotcha.
I thought you were pinging fucking Overdruin.
Yep.
Yeah, that's us. So
Cool.
yeah.
Sargis is from the main place, right? Biggest town in town.
Saji, where are you from?
can't remember.
Fair.
You can't, or he can't, because either one would work for me.
I can't.
Okay.
He knows.
Okay,
I can't remember.
I looked up his backstory, and it's just like it's a blank underline space, like with
Yep.
Maybe
Because
Sargis
I
has
asked you about
memory.
the place and then I didn't put it in, but now I forgot what you said. So
Perfect.
But he
from
wants
nowhere.
to, I remember that conversation. He wanted to be in the biggest city, right?
Look, I'm very prepared. Okay, I'm very prepared.
I have the best weapon to encourage in my campaigns. That's why they last so long.
That's too deep.
Hey, I did an actual background. Come on.
Hey, we did an actual backs. We did a joint backstory.
I did too, apart from naming a town.
Okay.
I'm just kidding.
Backstories there, apart from that.
Okay.
Okay, so this whole conversation is happening while you guys have been traveling today, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And let
I'm
me
updating
determine
all-
random encounters.
Wait, this is the same day, Chris, as the one you already rolled when we left.
Yeah,
No, you had.
Yeah, you rolled.
No, that was the one I
The
rolled
night?
for was the one where you had the.
One with the
No,
gold.
I said that counted for the random.
Yeah, you said that
encounters,
counted.
right? Yeah, no, you're right.
Yeah,
I rolled for today. Yeah.
Yeah.
You're
So
right.
we talked. We were role playing, Chris. God, I'm trying to make us
You're
fight
right.
stuff.
I'm just wondering
Oh, why
if
is
I'd
it-
rolled for the day yet or not. Turns
Yeah,
out I
you
had.
did. All right, but yeah. That's all I
So
really
then,
want.
yeah. Cool. And then you pass another
So
night.
bad.
So work out how
Pay
much
the
you-
woman.
based
Pay the
on
woman.
Based on the cost of living, just figure out how much you're subtracting every night.
Pay the woman.
And yeah, we move the party another hex.
Yeah, it's we don't really need to like roleplay very much. But during the night when we're like in our room, you know, we probably always have like a little chat before we go to bed. I didn't mention perhaps not as bad as they originally may have seemed. Fanlin looks like their motives are at least fairly honest. It seems. I don't think they're hiding anything too significant. Everyone's got their own little secrets, but I don't think anything that should pose a threat to us.
Well, yeah, a lot of my worries are alleviated, sure. But I can't help but want to take a little peek in their belongings, maybe.
No.
What
Oh,
happened?
Ripped on.
it's scary. You can go tell him like why you're not it. It's great. We will know.
Chris is
Right.
there, like kicking him off the internet.
What did you guys say, Fanny? You want to take a peek in their belongings? I'm like,
Just in
like-
case they have like a ritual knife or like orders to kill all dwarves or anything like that, you know.
Yes, I think those are possibilities, sure, but I think
if
the
they have a
possibility of
lot of
Valandria
guns, you know.
finding it. I think the possibility of Valandria finding out and attempting to cut off your head might be slightly higher.
Does Alandia drink at all when we're in these inns?
Mhm.
Just like.
But like just a casual drink with dinner, right? Not like getting wasted.
Like black,
I mean,
You're not-
she
you're not
drinks.
alcoholic.
Yeah, definitely not an alcoholic, but she does like appear to enjoy a good
Yeah.
drink, right? Like it's not like a single like small little wine or something with dinner. She'll heartily
A
drink.
couple pints, you know. Yeah.
I'll
But we're
have about
dwarves, so
this.
we do.
I'll go into her room. She sleeps with her eyes open. I'll just back right out.
Look, sister, I don't think it's a good idea, but you want to make your mistakes, you do it.
You'll thank me for this later. I quickly go to Alandia's room.
Oh, because are we in another inn, right?
Yeah.
So another
Yeah.
8 or whatever. Yeah. Okay.
Hey, Chris.
You sleep with your eyes open.
I try.
Yeah,
and
while you
sneak-
roll your stealth rolls and fuck up and get us all killed on the table.
Chris, I sneak into Alandia's room.
Okay.
My stealth is +7.
When are you trying to sneak into Alandria's room? Okay, yeah. So let's break this down. I've got your stealth result, but so
Let's say
it's a corridor. It's an upstairs corridor in an inn. It's relatively quiet. There's not a lot of other people staying. And yeah, her room is one of the doors just down, so it's relatively easy, straightforward to get there. But it probably will be locked.
when it's locked. Oh shit, that makes sense.
Well, I mean, like,
Yeah.
do you lock your room when you're inside it? You probably do, right?
I would.
Do I have?
Like, you
Like,
wouldn't
looks is a
necessarily
bit
know for a
over
fact
the
that
top, I think.
Alandria would lock her door, but like, you know, you could go and like casually lean against it to see if it's locked, and oh, look at that, it turned out to be locked. Thank goodness. Would have hated to
Yeah.
accidentally go in there. You know?
Yeah, it's a bit over the top to go all peaceful, isn't it? Okay, no, I'll go back.
Okay, yeah. So you do sneak out very quietly. You sneak out very quietly and like jiggle the door a little bit, but it's locked, and you sneak on back.
Do I have a chance to detect
No,
that?
I was actually, interestingly, for a different purpose, was just looking up how this works. Stealth is specifically the person stealths, and it's a hidden check, against your perception DC. It's not like, I think they've almost entirely done
Okay.
away with
Conflict rules.
like contested checks, yeah.
Hmm.
Because I was just rolling. Well, I'll tell you about it later. Let's not necessarily discuss that one yet.
Okay. So I do have expertise in perception.
Oh,
Ooh, what is like?
So it shows the TOT for perception is 4. So I don't know what that means.
Yeah, if your total roll, so that's like perception DC is like 14. Yeah, okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
Yep. Where's Ian? Well,
Okay.
anyway, it's the next day.
Yay, more
I
resting.
assume- yep, everyone gets some more HP points back.
This is
So close to full.
That's a good point before I throw you at the deep end.
Wait, what's that?
Everyone's practically full.
Yeah, I'm one off. That's fine.
It's combat time yet?
Yeah, we're
you
fighting
you
along
recover
those.
another night of HP.
Yeah, Fandolin and Elantri are about to throw down.
Ooh, sexy.
Jesus.
And begin
Okay.
traveling the next day.
Wait, so did you come back to what happened? Like, did you come
No,
back
the
to my
door
room
was
to
closed.
say,
So, it was locked.
Door's
what
locked.
I didn't
the
wanna-
fuck are you hoping for? Should have put a sign that said, come in and look at my...
Oh, yeah. I don't expect people to be so private, you know.
Shutting, wait, was it locked or was
In
it shut?
a strange
It-
thing they've never been
It was
before.
locked, that's what I mean, yeah, with the key.
Oh, okay, yeah, it wasn't...
Guys,
Okay.
this is something interesting, right?
Mm.
I've only now looked at the spells that I've been using for like from the changes that are on the thingy. So like the very useful spell that I've been throwing around, you know,
The
zapping
lightning
people
one?
for D6 damage, right?
Yeah.
Mhm.
But that one's been nerfed to D4 damage.
Ouch.
But on the other hand, Shocking
I mean,
Grasp has been raised from 1d8 damage, I think, to 2d12 damage.
What?
2d12.
Yeah.
You're gonna go grasp some people.
Wait, is sneak attack buffed? I don't think it is.
Grasp them by the nads. Just do it. Mm.
Yeah, sneak attack's been buffed to D12s as well.
Oh,
Wow.
Thank you.
No, it hasn't.
Well, this competitors, right?
This is
Yeah.
madness.
Wait, I don't even see...
Jeez.
Wait, shocking...
I got no benefits from the changes. Sad.
1d6 precision damage.
Yeah,
The
the bunch
shocking
of spells I
grasp,
need to
shocking
change.
grasp was the first level spell that Jolt sings a can. Right?
Huh?
Shocking grasp
Yeah,
is the
yeah.
first level spell.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. But it was,
Yeah.
Cantrip.
yeah. But was it always
We did have
1d4 plus just? Was it always 1d4 plus your modifier? Was it not just originally a d6?
I thought it was a D6 no modifier before.
Yeah, but now it's d4 plus your
So
modifier.
it's actually better for you.
It's plus
probably.
modifier?
Huge buff.
Yeah, it's plus modifier now, Tom. So it's
That's actually, yeah, that's a
big
pretty
buff.
Oh,
nice buff.
okay.
Both
That's nice
buffs.
then.
That's
Yeah.
good.
Both buff.
Good buff.
Woo, baby! He's gonna be back in the face.
Well,
Does this one do?
Anyway.
Oh, this one's also. Oh, nice. Very nice. I can-
So-
Oh, my spells are better. Nice.
Continue traveling along like the travel-y boys and girls that you are.
Traveling band, yeah.
Yeah, it's
I need
nice.
to find a different position.
You
This
are
isn't-
passing near
Oh!
passing near an area of woodland. A nice,
And we're gonna be banned from
Calm.
Twitch for that one.
nice, calm, relaxing area of woodland.
Yeah, very relaxing, apparently.
A nice, calm stream running to your left.
Oh no, I don't like the stream. Oh no, oh no.
Gentle,
Give
and
said the little
apropos
stream.
of absolutely nothing, with everyone showing me on this map how they are arranged.
Oh, I have to look at that then.
Oh, look at this fancy card.
And we're going from
Ooh,
bottom to
yeah.
top.
Wait, Chris,
Ah!
can I not be?
I've seen this
Sitting
map.
on the front.
I've seen
Yeah,
this
but-
map before.
I thought we had a.
Oh, they're not a bit. It's on the front. I don't know how our card works. Also, didn't we have like an ox?
That is an ox.
It definitely wasn't.
Can
Oh yeah, no, you had an ox, not a pony, right?
I like sit here, by the way, right? Like where did I put
Give me a
sit?
second, I need to adjust that.
Sitting here.
Hey, why am I standing alone on one?
You're the
I'm
bait.
telling you to adjust yourselves.
Up to you.
This is a beautiful scenery. You know, I'm enjoying the.
Okay, for the purposes of this demonstration,
Mhm.
it's gonna be an ox with the stats of a pony because I can't.
Ooh, nice.
Stats.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well,
I
no,
get
maybe
it.
an ox is a bit bigger than a pony. Maybe the ox should have had the stats of a horse.
Oh yeah, like I mean, it's very tough.
Well, minus the movement speed, probably.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe
Is
that's
it not
what-
like a pack animal thing? I think that's
That
what it's.
sounds reasonable.
I'm just gonna sneak into your room, Chris, and just hide in the corner of the table. So
Grab
that's
a
gonna be better.
donkey. By the way, is anyone else's
No,
Yeah,
Tom
Tom.
Webcam is
Yeah.
actually really good
Yeah,
quality for me right now.
What? Tom, restart the webcam.
No,
Laugh
it's like HD.
Exactly.
It's also
Like,
perfect for me. I can see you guys.
like the
Oh,
glitter at the top.
Yeah.
He's
Tom's
frozen
like-
for me and has like
Yeah.
artifacting.
Tom's
That's
like slowly
Yeah,
fading
exactly.
anyway, and it's like.
I mean, you guys were like very weird for me. Well, it probably has to do with the fact that I'm having this set up on the
Do you have
tablet.
a shit internet? I mean, and by that I mean
This
computer.
Chris has a shit
I don't
internet.
know. It's pretty decent.
Maybe
Is
it's
he on
it.
your
I don't know.
laptop though, or is he on his own?
The
on the
camera and the
tablet.
voice is on my tablet.
Oh right,
It's not bad quality
once-
actually. The voice for a tablet.
right.
Wait, what?
It works.
Could be worse.
It's a 300 euro.
So
Android tablets.
Firstly, can everyone
yeah,
be
it's pretty
inside-
good.
Can everyone be inside a
Right.
distinct square?
What if they were hugging?
And by everyone, you mean specifically
Then
family.
they can be inside adjacent distinct squares.
Here,
Fans
you can
laying
be up
over
there.
the
I'll be
square.
on this side.
I just want
'Cause I know
someone to
that's where
say
it's
no,
coming
you
from.
know? Okay.
But you're like in 2 squares anyway. Okay, cool. These are our squares. There are many like them, but these ones are
Okay.
ours.
Alright, okay, so you guys continue to travel. No, there's nothing.
Yeah, nothing was
Oh,
happening. What are you
it's
guys
because
talking about?
we're on this side of the card, so we can't even make perception checks for the ambush that's gonna happen.
Oh, Chris, I forgot that I could do treat wounds. Can I treat my wounds over the past couple of days and refill HP, please?
Yes, okay.
Yay!
Okay, you treat me.
I've still not been
Wait,
hit.
hang
Yeah.
on. There's a check and there's associated critical fails. I need
Can I roll like?
rolls.
Okay, there you go. There's one. No,
What
one.
are we
Yeah,
rolling?
that would be a success. That would definitely be.
Would
What
it?
are we rolling?
I will
Good.
bet.
No one's rolling anything.
Okay.
But
That would be a
check.
success. I'm pretty sure.
Okay, sure.
That one wouldn't be. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
No critical fails. That's what matters.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I treat Fallon at the same time, and it treats multiple people. So if I succeed on mine, also.
Oh, for the healing, for fuck's sake. Okay.
Oh, you can do
Okay.
multiple through one check.
Yeah, so I can heal you at one point as
Oh,
well if you
sweet.
want to add.
Yay! Pull.
You like heal
Fail
up
and
to
1
like
HP
some
off.
other people. Okay.
I'm guessing it's a minimum one.
Traveling along perfectly blissfully
Mhm.
when suddenly, okay, I got this battle track out again.
Wait, what do you mean? Battle track? What are you doing about?
I'm hearing no music today, and that's fine.
Suddenly,
Ah,
Oh my God.
Jesus Christ.
Tiger pounces
Tiger?
on you.
Tiger?
Oh, I just-
Stand up on
Going.
Moved!
Tigers?
Tiger.
Chris,
Yeah.
You played
Hey,
too much
Tigger.
Classic.
I'm
What's
petted.
happening?
I bet it.
Tigers! Right,
A
initiative?
tiger.
You played a lot of
belly
you played a
scratches.
lot of plow.
Andrea, at you.
Played a lot
What
of
is your flat-footed AC?
Oh.
My flat-footed is, pull it up here. 16. Wait, is that just a touch, like TAC, right?
No,
No,
that's
flat-footed is
not on.
-2. That's how flat-footed works. It's just -2 to AC.
Oh,
remember that.
from the normal. Oh, so 17.
Yeah. So it. What kind of strike does it make? Any kind of strike. Okay. It runs up to you and bites you
Ow. Asshole.
for damage.
Mm-hmm.
So there's even a sneak attack amount of damage in here.
Fuck me.
It's me, but better.
It like rushes up
Rip.
and bites you for 16 damage and drags you and grabs you and has you in its jaws.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
The
It was
shit.
nice to know you, Alan.
I'm very glad I moved to the other side of the
That was
card.
half my life.
So is her arm
Terrifying.
just inside of the tiger or something? Or...
Like it's got like your shoulder in its mouth,
Yeah.
like its teeth are almost on your neck, and you're like ah. Perfect roleplay. And now we need to roll initiative. Ooh, wait, no, we don't have
With
any
what?
goblins anymore. I need. Let's see. I think perception from the lot of you,
Mm-hmm.
and stealth from the tiger. I guess I should just. No, I shouldn't use its initial stealth check. I should roll again. Okay.
Oh, wait.
Okay, so it's just perception, right?
Well,
With level, the stuff goes up by 1, right? If you're trained and shit. Right?
Just go initiative perception, Tom. Ooh, look at that, 20.
Sure hoping
I
you have
can't
lots
click
of
that
heals.
button, man.
because
I have a level
I-
1 sheet. I was asking if
20,
how it works.
wow. Ooh, baby.
I don't have that button.
That's
Okay,
fine.
okay, So you get this sheet, that's all I'm saying.
Oh, for fuck's sake. You know, it's also strange using an. It's also strange using an English keyboard because the buttons are different.
Yeah.
the buttons are in a sensible position.
Smart little buttons you are.
Nice.
Why didn't that go in? Oh yeah, good.
It-
Whatever. Why does the
What's your
stuff up have the
proficiency
nice
level with perception, by the way?
Why did I write 20? What is wrong with me?
What's that, George?
I was asking what Saji's proficiency was with perception.
The
I
train.
think almost everyone is trained.
Mine's expert,
Search.
but yeah.
Okay, well, almost.
But I have no modifier,
I
so
am
it's plus
also
2.
an expert.
Okay, well you guys suck.
And you don't have a +1 to wisdom?
No.
No? Okay, so then it should just be +1, right?
No.
No, because we're level
We're
2,
level
right?
2.
That goes up, right?
With level?
I thought.
Yeah, because I'm +5 and I have 2
Yeah.
wisdom.
Proficiency bonus basically goes up once every level.
Yeah. I think yours is automatically done. No, wait, has yours automatically?
Mine only shows 4. +4 to mine.
I know, yours says 1d20 +2 level, +1 proficiency, +1 ability.
Yeah, your wisdom's 1.
Right,
Yeah.
but I'm expert, so how am I getting less than someone who's...
Wait, what are you expert at? What are we rolling?
Wait, but no,
Perception.
you get 2 level and +1 proficiency. We get +2 level and +0 proficiency. Me and Sam.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
I roll the same
Your
player.
modifier has much higher
my
because you're a
modifier's
player.
better. My modifier is 2 higher.
Yep.
So like I roll
Basically,
1
if you were untrained, you would be -1.
Yeah.
Level 1.
Got
Yep.
it, thanks.
It's going to take us a bit of time.
We're gonna learn. We're gonna learn.
Yeah, it's going to take a
you
bit
guys
of
reacted
time.
so far, except Sergeant.
Yeah, right? We're like Tiger!
Yeah, I'm like, I can't see over the wagon.
I'm just glad I didn't roll really bad because I'd feel a little weird about I didn't perceive the tiger ripping my arm off basically until after.
Tiger's fucking sneaky, and it's got this crazy. It counts. The tiger strides and make a strike action at the end of that movement. If the tiger began this action hidden, it remains hidden until after the ability strike.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Counts.
You should get that ability, Jacob.
Shadow steps. Nothing
I
personal.
mean, it rolled a 9. I'm just saying, it rolled a 19. And we have 3 people acting the party ahead of it. Like, that's pretty good. Like,
Anyway, Fanlin, take us away.
Alright, I use one action to grab my bow from my back and make an arrow. And then my second action, I move. Can I actually step on the back of the cart and shoot over it, like so?
Yeah, there's definitely the cart is not how this cart looks necessarily, so
Yes,
it's definitely thematically there can be that amount of room. You
does
can,
the
like,
ox
pop
need
up on-
initiative? Is it going to fuck us over, or like it's fine?
Well, that's a fair point. Yeah, no, the ox should have initiative. So let me look.
And the ox is drugged to all hell, doesn't give a shit.
I guess
We keep it
should
highly
be-
intoxicated.
It should be a
Constantly.
perception as well, which is +5.
What?
Oh.
+5.
Hey.
Ooh. Whoa.
God damn.
Acting
No,
fast.
let me off! Let me off!
Acting fast.
Let me off!
No, it's a fair point.
Jesus.
No, let me off! Let me
Like,
off!
it definitely,
Bolts.
panics and tries to move away from the tiger to some degree. So it probably pulls the whole cart. I don't necessarily know how fast it can move this movement. Let's say with the way it goes, it basically pulls the whole thing over.
I fall off, right?
So you're there.
This is definitely difficult terrain, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, but it's he's got so much movement.
Yeah, okay, fine.
That's the end of the plan. That seems like a reasonable amount of space. If
Yeah.
panic, right?
Yeah,
Coming off
sure.
down the road.
Reasonable.
Are you sure you didn't run over Saji?
He carefully avoided Saji.
What a guy.
Do
Hey,
I?
talks.
Van, you're
So
exposed.
now, let's redo your thing.
Okay, I stand on top of Saji and shoot over.
Now.
Do I know what a tiger is?
Yes.
Well, I mean, if you
Fucking
want to recall anything specific about a tiger, that's like actions involving checks and stuff.
No, but just
But
like,
I
We have
suppose
a-
generally, yeah, we can say I'll say that knowing what a tiger is as common knowledge as well, maybe not as it is today, but it's definitely a thing we would have heard of. Lions and tigers and bears are
okay,
they
I'll
exist.
move.
They're big stripy cats that kill you.
move here.
Khajiit.
That's a fair knowledge base, I think.
And I will, for my last action, shoot the tiger.
Ooh, what a shot.
Oh, you don't know that yet?
What a shot, sister.
Just give me a crit.
This thing's
17.
badass. The tiger nimbly dodges your arrow.
What?
Alright.
It's gonna fuck us up, guys.
Right
It is
foot.
going to fuck us up.
No, it's fine.
It already has
We
fucked
got
me
it.
up.
We got it.
but-
We got it. Don't you worry.
After I'm dead, it's gonna murder you all.
For me and Josh, flip a coin so you get to go back first. It's very exciting.
I feel like Josh gets to go first, given that he's
Oh,
the
okay.
tiger's
So that's
mouth
gonna
right now.
help him.
Yeah.
Okay.
So remind me how drawing weapons works in this.
Each weapon is an interact action.
But I'm always holding my experts.
And interact technically can provoke, right?
If it has an attack of opportunity, I think yes.
Any manipulate action, I think, does, right?
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well then,
Yeah.
I will draw my longsword.
Okay. It doesn't do. It continues biting you, but like doesn't
Sweet.
do anything else.
And then I guess I will just attack twice with it.
Ooh, going ham.
Yeah.
You are okay. What are your? You are grabs right now. It's worth remembering. I don't think that imposes. Maybe it does impose a penalty on attack cost. But is there something you can do to be ungrabbed?
Yeah,
I
you
don't
can,
know.
There's an action. There's an escape action. Yeah.
If you want.
You attempt to escape from being grabbed. Choose one creature imposing any conditions. You attempt to check using your unarmed attack modifier against a
If
DC
you
of the
critically succeed, you get to move 5 feet as well.
You feel and removed. Yeah. Ooh, fancy. And the other one you just.
Okay, so I guess I technically have 2, so I could do first one is try to escape,
Yeah.
which is just an unarmed attack. I don't even know if I don't have that.
An
on
unarmed modifier.
Yeah.
Use your unarmed modifier. Yeah.
So
Wait, but you're grabbed right now. Does that actually do anything? You're held in place. Oh, you have flat-footed and immobilized when you're in place.
okay.
Oh, wait, sorry, this actually matters. If you attempt to manipulate action while grabbed, you would make a DC 5 flat check or it lost. So technically, to draw your weapon, you have to make like a DC 5 check for this.
Okay. Well, he might I think given the circumstance, we can let him make the escape check before he draws the weapon.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
it'd be a
good to know.
D20 plus just whatever my unarmed attack is.
Modifier.
Yeah. So strength and level, basically.
Yeah, because you're trained,
Well,
right? So strength and level.
so-
Oh, no, you're an expert. Are you an
Oh,
expert
you
in
expert
unarmed?
in unarmed?
Yeah.
No, really?
Uh,
You're unarmed.
Just a second, let me get back
I
to
thought
the
only monks were.
What do I have?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, expert. Yeah, you are.
Expert in unarmed attacks.
No, this is
How about
fucking
that? So there's
crazy.
an extra +1 in there.
Yeah.
So a total plus
Yeah.
it should be the same, right? As my
3
normal
plus
attacks,
your
right?
strength. Yeah, it'd be the same. Yeah, same as any.
So 7.
And it's against a supposed grab DC.
Oh my god.
10. It doesn't have a DC on the fucking creature.
I think it would.
Right.
I can check.
think it would.
I'm betting it's higher than 10.
Yeah, it's higher than 10. So you do not successfully manage to escape its jaws.
Alright, so that's action 1 technically. So I guess
Yeah.
I'll try again. Right?
It says the DC. It says it's typically the athletics DC of the creature grabbing you, Chris. By the way.
The athletics DC, right?
Yeah.
Oof, okay.
I think
Well,
19's gonna do it though.
Whoa! I've escaped.
Oh shit! Yeah, you fucking. I mean, it's actually close, but you managed to fairly suddenly wrestle free of it.
Okay.
That's certainly not even close to a critical success.
Wow, that's pretty scary.
Really? Wow.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
and then
yeah.
I guess now that I'm uninhibited, I will use my last to draw a longsword.
Okay. Yep. That's perfectly fair.
Right.
I guess that or punch it. So
Yes.
Punch it in the nose
pushing
and
a
run
little
away.
less. Bop. It's gonna murder me, guys. I'm not looking forward to this.
As for the creature itself, wait, no, Flacky gets it.
Wait.
Yes.
This
Yeah,
guy.
this is the healer, guys.
Tiger's like preparing. And
No, obviously, I don't need a draw weapon, but I'm a dwarf and it's a big axe, so I have to always have it in my hand. I choose. What's this?
That is how Gimli does it. It's true.
Exactly. So it's my walking stick. So striding, how much is it for me to get off this thing, Chris? Can I just is it normal 5 foot just for me to get off?
No.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Then I will. Go. I have 15 movement or some shit. Let me check how low it is. Yeah, 15, baby. Okay, so 5, 10, 15. Oh no, diagonals. No, that's my foot diagonal. Okay, I go there, and then I use 2 actions to cast heal. And because I'm using 2 actions, it now has a range of 30 feet.
Mm.
And I haven't written it on my sheet, but that's much effort, so I'm just gonna what's it called? I know it does. So it's verbal and somatic. The spell's range is 30 feet if you're healing a living creature. Okay, because this is really fucking weird. It's written increasing heat points told by 8. And I know we're saying it should be a d8, but it also says 8 in the harm spell, and it also says later in the spell. So for some reason, I think it's just increased by 8.
Yeah,
No, it really
its spells are called heal, right?
Heal, yeah. So if target's willing hit creature, it's a 1d8, and then if you cast a somatic, the spell's range is 30 feet. If you're healing a living creature, increase hit points restored by 8. So I'm pretty sure it's a d8 plus 8.
1d8 plus 8. Oh.
Yeah.
If you're healing a living creature. What's
Yeah,
your
yeah,
turn?
because I can use it on undead and it does damage, but the damage won't increase.
I see.
So you get healed for 12.
So wait, sorry, the heightened version we're looking at?
No, you see how you can cause with multiple actions? I'm doing verbal somatic.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, Strength just says 8, definitely.
Yeah.
Like,
And it's on harm, it also says like the 8 as well. So
Nice.
yeah. So 12 healing. And yeah, I'm running over. And I can do that like twice a day without even using spell points. It's crazy.
It's pretty sick, yeah.
Madness.
And he says he's
Yeah,
not much of a
your
healer.
wounds thankfully knit up. Almost to completion, right as the tiger rounds on you. Snarling. So, it's going for the old bite first.
Mhm.
AC
19.
is 19, okay, so it doesn't crit you.
This is terrifying.
It does successfully bite you, I think.
God damn it, man.
It's an important takeaway from this. So that is
Oh god. I don't like the way it
11,
said.
11 damage.
Fucking hell.
Okay.
And now it's got you bit. It's going to try to wrestle you to the ground, so it makes a claw
So,
strike.
so he's already grabbed again, right?
Yeah, you're now
And the
grabbed.
grab happens immediately? That's like bullshit in this thing.
Grab happens
I know.
immediately, yeah, it grabs onto you. Plus that, so the claw does not, however, like it bats at you and you manage to push it away with your sword, and then it tries one more time. It like wrestles at you with the other paw, but wildly, and yeah, doesn't like it gets, it's got you in its teeth, but the paws don't come.
Mhm.
Doesn't manage to wrestle you to the ground.
Do they suffer the same? I don't know how
Cats
creatures
bats
work
at
in
you.
this very well, but do they suffer the same negative attack, multiple attack penalties
Yes,
and
they
stuff?
do. Yeah.
Cool.
Thanks,
That
John.
makes sense. Thank God, indeed. I'd be super dead otherwise.
Alright, Saji, save the day.
Saji.
Go grasp the tiger firmly.
Thing.
It was like, yeah. You know, it's happening. It's like, where did that come from? And I will do a reaching shocking grasp. Just smack it from right where I am. He's an all. Where's this thing again? Fucking keyboard.
Just go show murdered.
I'm sure he's good.
No, that's. God damn it. Why does it not have like a nice number board on the side of this laptop, Chris? I
Yeah,
can't.
Chris,
Sorry.
come on, Chris. Oh my
exciting.
God, you suck.
You know, my shitty laptop.
If
had
it does
that.
it, it's really easy. It goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the top. It's like
Tom
really
can't
easy.
count, stop being mean to him.
Look, I'm looking for the easy plus button, okay? That's what I was
I
looking
know.
for.
That's next to backspace.
Oh shit, it is. I also use one of the right others.
15. Ooh, 17 didn't hit. Ooh. But this is touch, right? I don't know if it's actually touch this one.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Chris, touch AC.
Because he's extended the range from touch to 30, but using a reaching thing. But
Oh!
Oh, nice.
yeah, he spends an extra action, and that's versus its touch AC, which is it just says
Say lower.
AC.
I mean, it
Oh,
doesn't have any
evil.
armor or anything, right?
Yeah, because like touch AC is
Yeah.
only given from.
Oh,
The
okay.
same.
Yeah, that's fair. In that case, yeah, no, absolutely. It dodges the lightning like a
Absolutely.
spidey sense.
Not even
Absolutely
fucking close,
dodges.
mate.
Absolutely.
Absolutely dodges that shit.
Oh, goddammit.
Scorch the
Okay.
ground.
Oh, that's me, baby.
That's me, baby.
This round.
Time for the ox to show its worth.
Yeah. Ox.
It's just run away to create some distance for the charge, obviously.
What does it talk about like flanking, by the way? Okay, just-
I'm kind of done with this track as well, so let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey.
I was listening to that last session for like 3 hours.
Yeah, okay, we'll say that as the cart comes off the road, like the wheel immediately lodges in like the soft earth by
Nice.
by the riverbank and like gets stuck. And so the ox spends its 3 actions pulling like against the restraints, and by the end of the full 3-action activity, has like pulled free of the
No, I don't know.
like the restraints and looks like it's about to run. But that's what it does this time.
No.
Fanlin.
That ox is very far away.
Can someone hit this thing? It's been like.
It's
been a
like,
bit.
Hey, I'm slow, you know. I'm slow.
I know. I'm just kidding.
I'm tired.
Okay, I shuffle towards it. I like mumble to myself, alright Fanlin, time to be a hero.
You can do it.
But first I'll shoot at it. From a distance.
Here.
19?
Nope.
Wasn't it? Alright.
19 doesn't hit? We're dead. We're just fucked.
No, we got it. We got it. We're here.
I made a miscalculation here. I'll move here. And be as quiet as possible. Nah, I won't shoot it again. I'll draw my bow on the way there and draw a short sword.
Oh baby.
Okay. Yep.
Oh, that's my turn.
Elandria.
Knowing now that apparently I need a 19 or higher to even have a chance of escaping, basically. There's no negative penalty to attacking. Right?
When you grabbed? No, I don't think
I
so.
don't think so.
It's just that I'm a negative AC when I'm grappled and it attacks.
Because you're flat-footed. So.
Yeah, and it also has like things it can do when you're grabbed.
Yeah. They can try to like pull me to the floor and stuff.
Yes. Dude, but go around the sides, you're gonna flank with Fanlin. And then Fanlin gets sneak attack with flat-footed.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can just move next turn. Right?
Yeah, you can also do that.
I guess I'll just do another escape first. Just to see. 19?
19, no, you do not manage to pull through.
Oh my god.
Jesus.
Like, this thing is fucking OP.
I mean, you know, you fight tiger in real life. Most people get fucked up by a tiger. Is all I'm saying.
Right, but I'm just saying, I'm just comparing it to like 5e tigers.
But I guess we also have like 30 HP.
AC is different in this game.
Yeah.
So I'm learning.
Yeah, and not just that though, right? Like you can be super high, but it's just
No, but like
stats
a tiger in 5e is like what, 12, 13 or so AC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For instance, this shit is much more.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll just attack at it twice because I have no other things that I want to
You
try
got double
to
slice,
do.
right?
I can't double slice when I don't have 2 weapons out.
Oh, and you can't draw another weapon.
Okay, yeah, give me the longsword attacks.
24.
Oh, come on.
24 hits it.
9. Okay, it dies. Job done, boys. Let's go home.
Oh, wait, no. Why does it say roll critical damage? Okay.
Because
it
could crit.
was a crit, but it's not. So 9.
Yeah, you slash it for 9. You open up a wound on its back.
Like, it's doable.
It's doable.
Just gotta believe.
And no.
Nah, alas not.
Shit, very well.
Yeah.
Flacky.
I have to get
Alright.
my shit kicked in.
So this one counts at 5 feet of movement. But this makes this now counts at like 15. Right? So I went diagonal twice, so that's like 5 and then 10,
that's
15. But then on diagonal again, so that's 20, 25,
Yeah,
30, so that's 2 strides, so I have 15.
that's two. Yep, that's perfect.
Cool,
Well,
and then
because your armor is.
No, I didn't take that
naturally
feat.
only have 15. No, you didn't take the feat. Okay.
No, but I'm gonna take it eventually.
But it's coming up.
Double 5,
Kill
baby.
me! He's gonna kill me if not.
Speedy.
I can't walk up and heal. I don't know. Oh no, wait, does it then go to spell? Yeah, but it's only D8. You're fine. Don't you? It won't kill
No,
you
I'm not.
in one turn.
He will actually kill me, but okay.
Kill you in one turn. Okay, wait. Okay. I have one scene that's actually one action pretty good. Chris, I will use my new feat, Battle Medic or some shit.
That's the official name.
Battle Medicine.
Medic.
Here we go. So one
Gamma
action.
or some
You
shit.
patch up the wounds of yourself or an adjacent ally, even in combat. Take a medicine check with the same DC for the treat wounds and provide the corresponding amount of healing. I basically can use the treat
Oh,
wounds.
Tiger's still on the wound. I love
Yeah,
it.
I can basically do the treat wounds, but in combat, basically. So yeah. So
Stay
treat
with me,
wounds-
Alandria.
Treat wounds has a DC. It said the medicine check is usually 15, but you can change it if you want to change it. If you're being mean. And-
yeah, DC's definitely higher in this.
No, but it's designed to be
No,
done.
no, okay, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Well, this is literally being grabbed by a tiger. Though. I think that's worth a step up.
It's like 1 extra DC, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's
Well, like
worth
one
it.
step, you know.
And his heals for. How much does it heal for?
Oh yeah, from here to okay. Yeah, it's one extra DC. It goes from hard to incredible, so 15 to 16.
It's incredible. It's incredibly difficult. Oh my
You're
God,
patching
that's
someone as they're being eaten by a tiger.
Alright, maybe that's going up. But if I get a success, it's 2d8. Whoa.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And
Just crit it so I can get more.
if I crit fail, though, you take damage. But we won't talk
Oh,
about
God
that
damn it.
possibility.
Show me the goods, Ian.
Wait. I'm trying to find it.
You said it, so now it's gonna happen.
Can't always bring. Yeah.
9. That's not a crit fail.
Not a crit
It's a
fail.
Alright, so I
Yeah.
try to patch up my tools, but it doesn't work. God damn it. God damn, stupid battle
Well.
medicine. Why is the DC so fucking high?
It's nice traveling with you guys.
No.
It's nice knowing you.
At least we,
Okay.
we had to talk. Before then.
So the tiger first tries to wrestle you again to the ground, Elandria. Strike attack against you with a paw. That actually doesn't hit.
See, it's all good.
Yay.
It's all fine.
That's incredible.
It's incredible.
Thank God.
I love it.
Well, like, okay, so this is very much a case of I was like running by, like, look at the CRs. Yes, the book recommends, okay, for this difficulty, this Kazi, this CR of thing, right? And I just like plugged everything and looked at the creature list. Was like, oh, tiger, that's an appropriate CR creature that sounds good. Plug that in, and now I've come to now I'm like the fight's actually started, and I've looked at its stat block. And I'm like, what the designers, please.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like,
Chris,
this
for
is
fuck's sake, man.
this is so OP.
Well, look,
It's fine.
Rules say it's appropriate, so it's appropriate. You
Look,
know, like,
It's
Chris.
Anyway, it's
if-
wrestling you
if-
to the ground, but it missed.
If
It's gonna try
Okay.
one more time.
if we all die,
Impossible.
I'm in your house
Your
to,
AC is 19.
to bring
No.
retribution.
So no, it does not. Yeah, again, it's trying to drag you to the ground, but just your strength and the thickness of your armor means that like while its teeth are in you, its claws are just raking up and down against the metal and not doing anything. But then it does with its last attack kind of bat at Flacky and try and like knock you away as you're kind of like interfering with what it's toying with, like a cat might. Ooh, but there is no critical fails condition on attacks, right?
No. Oh, it was a
Nope.
good ood for us.
It's a sad. Yeah, no, it failed. It
Nice.
bats at you, but gets absolutely nothing. Saji.
I'll kind of be.
I'm very high AC. Huh?
I should have said something.
Thank God.
Like, Alandria, get out of it. Come on, there's no attack opportunity.
Yeah, Alandria, get out
Oh,
of
you're
it.
grabbed. You're grabbed.
My movement is 0.
Get out of here! This is like
Escape.
savaging out of
Get out of here, woman. Get out of here.
Okay, seeing how that attack missed, I will be using a different spell this time around.
Yeah, worked for
Magic missile.
Ooh,
3 actions for 3 missiles.
Ooh. Auto hits,
does.
right?
He does like the semaphore, like 1, 2, 3, and it like
The
fires.
auto hits was it magic missile?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The auto.
The
Go
tiger.
damage, boys.
Shield.
Nice.
No, 12. That's pretty good. So yeah, the missile smack into it, and it snarls like through its mouth.
Uh-oh, it's gonna charge its snark. It's actually snarkies.
I hope so.
Arcs we don't care about it.
Because then he lets me go, and I get an attack
Ox,
opportunity.
Like, pulls
So I'll
away
win.
and runs into the water.
Get some drink, yeah.
Well,
yeah.
I'm
Grounds.
playing untouched mode.
It's like swimming
I
across.
don't get hit at all.
Armor. Iron Manny.
Bandit.
Alright, so. Yeah.
Draw 5 foot
I-
step.
Yeah.
Flash.
Yeah. I will move like. I'll just move here. Well, is this flanking? It's flanking, right?
Right?
No, it's gotta go from center and then go through opposite sides.
So,
So,
this
like-
has to be-
If you go
Yeah, that's flanking. That's flanking for both
Yeah.
of us. Yeah.
Okay. That's one move. I'll draw my other sword as well.
Wait, hang on. You can't get there without provoking, though. Right?
Oh shit, this is the one
Is it
edition.
threatening?
where-
Yeah, it's like
Oh,
threatening
whenever you
these
move.
two
Okay,
Yeah,
well,
but-
wait, I have 20 feet, so I can just go around it, right? And then end up there.
5,
5,
10,
10.
15. You need 25. Do you have 25 or do you have 20?
Oh,
Wait,
you can hit
you
me from here,
started-
right? So...
Yeah. There's 2 diagonals.
Mhm.
It doesn't have attack of opportunities. What are you worried about? It's
I mean,
facing here.
It's true. It didn't take an attack of opportunity earlier when a longsword was drawn next to it.
Don't you worry about it.
Okay,
Also, look, its head's over here. Its claws are all the way over here.
I have faith in my stealthiness.
Exactly.
Yeah, it doesn't attack of opportunity.
Exactly.
Okay. And I will, with my last action, I will strike at it.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
Like +2 from flanking? Or is it +1?
Yeah, it loses -2 AC, and it's flat-footed.
Okay, it's flat-footed.
It's flat-footed.
Yeah,
Flat-footed.
yeah,
It's not-
yeah.
yeah.
So D20 plus a 5.
Let's go. It's knife work time.
No.
Nope.
God damn.
You like stab it, but it's just so lithe and fast, dodging around, and its hide is tough, and you just can't get the knife in.
I look over to Flaky, I'm like, oh shit.
It's like, that doesn't work, brother.
Okay. That's it.
That's all actions. Okay. Elandria.
Let's first try another escape. 18?
Not.
Didn't think so.
Wait, it's
So I will
6,
attack. Oh yeah, does the flanking help in this case? I have no idea.
Yeah, you
I don't
attack.
think-
It has -2 AC as well.
It's So you roll normal attack. It has -2 AC against you.
Okay. First attack, 22
Ooh.
Yeah, that'll hit.
11.
or 11,
You're doing damage.
11.
Nice damage.
Okay.
Nice damage.
and then I'll do a second attack
Oof,
with it.
He's half.
Nice. You've got it.
Ah, damn it!
Nope, not so much.
Get. And now it rips my face off.
Flacky.
I'm gonna use my classic class 2 action to cast the magic weapon and then smack it with my axe. The classic.
Okay. I like it.
Roll well.
Give it a
I
solid
really hope so.
smack with the old axe.
Please hit.
Hey.
25 and it has -2. Oh, baby.
Definitely is a hit.
Oh, sorry, it's actually 1 more damage, Chris, so now I have the symbol on it. So it's actually.
Okay.
And I thought the
12,
symbol's on the shield.
Nice.
Nope, I don't have it. No. It's on my axe.
Oh,
Don't you
no,
be
He
silly.
said he was, he definitely said he was inscribing it into the axe,
Yeah,
right?
Oh,
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, I think it used to be on the shield, so I think that was.
I know, I didn't used to have one. It's a new
Oh,
feature to like change. that.
Yeah. Anything else? No, it's 2 actions.
No, that's 2 action and my action. I'm like, you bastard!
Okay, yeah, the tiger, it releases you, Elandria, and like rushes
And
off
almost-
into the woods. It's like
I attack of
runs
opportunity.
off. You can attack of opportunity. Yes, you fucking.
And
bastard.
it's important because if I crit
Ooh.
this, he. No, never mind. It's an interact. An interact action gets stopped. But come on. 19.
19 with -2 AC from
Technically,
it.
you're it's exactly AC with your flanking.
Woohoo! For 12.
For 12, okay.
Nice, that's a big bit of
It's
damage.
really low. It's not
Oh.
dead.
Yeah.
So I'll show HP. I show HP.
Does it get further away, Chris, or that actually where it ends its face?
No, it goes.
It does. Yeah. Sorry.
So it moves 90 feet total.
Oh, fuck.
What the
It's got
shit?
30 feet of movement.
Can we
It's
still
really
see it?
fast. Yeah, you can see it in like a cover. It's got cover through trees. Like range checks and stuff, but it can still be seen.
You got it. You got it, sister.
It's like 90
Cover.
feet gone from 90 feet gone from where we are. So yep. Saji, it is. So it's like a couple diagonal, so it's like probably 85 feet plus distance. So that's like it's like 100 and something feet, 115 feet away from you, 100 and a bit.
Magic missile.
Okay, so yeah, it's like running off through the trees.
Terrible damage.
And Saji just raises his hands, and the missiles
Finger
fly
pistols.
off. And like, show me the
Special
damage,
effects,
Saji. I don't.
special
You can't
effects,
possibly not kill it, right?
Yeah.
And like, yeah, through the trees. You guys don't have sight of the target, but like the tiger, when it like they go around a bush and like you guys hear like a yelp, and then
Oh. Poor guy.
and everybody. Oh wait, hang on, we're not in Altara anymore. We're in a layer. We need different music.
But that was easy fight. Easy fight. Only one of us even got hurt. What are you talking about?
What?
Yeah, everybody gains.
Jesus.
Where's the thing that says
Oh,
how
no.
much experience you get for a
And
fight?
where is XP again on this sheet? I always forget.
Am I supposed to put this?
There it is.
Everyone gets 80 experience.
130, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so that was that the encounter. I rolled an encounter, and normally that would be a 60 experience or low difficulty encounter based on the area in the world. But then I rolled my D4 and I got a 4 to determine that it would upgrade to high difficulty. And a high difficulty encounter is +2 on party level if it's a single creature. So that's a
But we fucked it up, guys.
Yeah, as he kills it.
Like we did fuck it up. Like we actually did though. Like
Yeah. It's scary because it has +13 to hit and 21 HP.
yeah, like at least but like you don't die immediately if you're down. I have waste.
Yeah.
Action economy.
Not too terrible. Not too terrible. Like it could have, if it hadn't missed a couple of turns in a row, it would have definitely put someone down. But like, I don't think it was like.
I don't think we would have ever lost against.
I don't think it was part. Squid's like messaging me like being ending the campaign so soon. I'm like, I don't think I've done that. I don't know, because there's whole extra levels of difficulty above that. There's an extreme difficulty level, which like theoretically within the rules you could face, which would have been 2 of
A
those.
lich.
I mean, even if we wipe, just make new characters, you know.
Pretty fucking tough, right? Anyway. So yeah, but like, just to comment on the difficulty level as we experienced for the first time.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys will put
Yeah,
I was gonna say, like, well, we figured this out. I'm gonna just quickly then, if that's cool, if it's a good point to go take the knockout again.
Okay.
Perfect time.
Sure.
130 XP for now, you say, right?
Yeah. We had 50.
We are on
80.
Yeah. So I noted here on this sheet, so you remember it for once I get home.
But this climate, Chris, doesn't make sense. Why are there tigers here?
I don't know. It's just plains. You get tigers in the plains, right?
Yeah.
Like savannah sort of
The
thing. 'Cause,
tundra.
they're like stripey to hide in the tall grass. You know, it's just kind of right. That's how it works.
That's true.
I don't know where are tigers actually. Like, I mean, there's like kind of trees, right? The jungle-ish. I don't know.
India mostly, I think.
Like, I thought about a lion, but I know a lion's what it would have been, but then the difficulty upgraded because a lion's a challenge 3.
I mean,
That
it's
would make more
fantasy, you
sense.
know, whatever.
Yeah, exactly. I could have just, you know what I could have done actually if I'd been thinking more and like used to the system. There is like, it's really easy to increase or decrease the difficulty of a thing by 1 step using like, you can either make it elite or weak. So I could have just made an elite lion. It probably would have been almost an identical creature to what you just fought. Yeah, pretty much would have been.
Well, we've still been our head scratching. But,
Yeah, it would have been a very similar fight. But like, you know, that's the kind of thing. Like, if I'd thought as a DM, I would have been like, oh yeah, let's fucking elite that bad boy.
yeah. I like how Tom this entire session has been trying to get the most comfortable position possible.
What
You
happened?
can't just-
man, like
Always write it, Squid, but like...
Chris
Tom,
won't allow me to
restart
be
your
in his room.
webcam. Restart your webcam.
You haven't seen this all God. He's just lying in his bed right now.
Anyway, you get nice calming music now that you're in the Kingdom of Alea.
Wait, did anyone do any roleplay or did we everyone take it to Josh?
Well, you
Josh had
know,
to go,
Josh had to go. So, I mean, if anyone who's here wants to do any roleplay, Saji, you just killed it. So we're acting out of initiative.
Nice.
I mean, I
Everyone's
want to
standing
say...
around.
I what a beast!
Your ox is like splashing around in the water.
No.
I mean,
Is
like
that
it's not panicking so much now, but like it's still kind of like out there in the middle of it, like kind of not sure what to do.
I'll
So
start.
up to its neck in water.
Oh, like, come over here.
Terrifying?
Mox the ox. Come on.
This is
Come on,
immersion
Moxie.
road rides. What the fuck? How did they defend against bloody tigers? I mean, I know we're also immersions,
Scary thing.
but... Jesus.
Have you
Oh,
seen? Sad, are you in the entertainment business? You see any of these tigers around? Heard sometimes they're used.
I think they're more circus animals.
Oh, you told me it's pretty chilling.
I've seen them in circuses when they were traveling around. Oh, traveling to the city, but
I spoke a
It's,
lot. Right
in our
there,
performances.
yeah.
And it's fine. It's fine.
But what are you talking about, Sanji? That was some pretty fucking powerful magic right there.
Aye. Good stuff.
yeah. Yeah,
I
guess.
could barely even see the bloody thing.
No, I have to say,
It's a very nifty spell. It's a very nifty spell.
Definitely
It's
on
always,
reflection.
it always hits.
You said you needed to be close, right?
Chris?
it definitely on reflection sounds like you're attempting
Well, not with this.
armed animal check.
What's it called?
I'm gonna need you to roll nature wisdom.
Wait, what am I doing?
You're commanding an animal, trying to
But
get
I'm
the ox
chained.
out of the water.
But this isn't animal, it's my Fender.
Doggy bed.
Increase my animal's health. Increase your degree of success. If the animal is helpful to you, increase your degree of success by 1 step. Even if I fail, it still does it, Chris.
Nice.
It's only if I
Also,
critical
Unless you
fail.
crit.
Yeah.
Dude, it loves me.
So now
It
Tom's
does,
gonna
yeah. You
frozen
totally get it to do what you want.
Right. Come over here.
Bring the wagon back around and calm it down and hitch it back up. You gotta like untangle some of the straps and like retie some of them because they got a bit torn and frayed when you pulled free. But there you go. You got an ox.
You know, Flack, we really should name that thing.
Yeah, it's Moxie. The Oxy.
I love it.
Full of spunk.
Moxie the Oxy, yeah. It's female, right?
Sure. I kind of have a more serious look at Elandria's arm and be like, you should probably at least put a bandage on that. If you can give me a few minutes, I'll see what I can do.
Thank you.
And then it says treat the wounds, Chris. But now, like,
Wait, is she not fortified against your treat wound?
no, she's fortified against battle medicine, but not treat the wounds.
Okay, fair.
So treat wounds, you never become fortified.
Nice.
But it takes 10 minutes, and you can't do it again for another hour.
Okay, so you want to do your...
Or that person's immune for an hour. Yeah. So
Okay.
so yeah, this is again DC. This is now just DC 15, right? That's not even it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess as he's doing that,
21.
Yay.
You regain 2d8 hit points.
Cool. Let me see him.
Oh, you want me to? I mean,
yeah,
that's
you're the
that's-
healer.
healing,
Hey, you know, it's your body mending itself. Oh, it's okay. 10.
Nice.
yeah. The average.
Yeah.
It takes me back to 27 to 32, so that's not bad.
Nice.
Yeah, it's if I succeed, it's they continue cheating you, and like if I cheat them for like total of an hour, but using the same check, it doubles. But like, I don't know if you want to go on the road. So like, after like 10 minutes, I kind of like spatch them. Like, that's the worst we're done. If we say a bit longer, I can maybe make sure it's properly bound and there'll be no more problems. But it might take me maybe an hour in my time.
I looked at the
Or
party.
I can give it another look at tonight when we stop. Up to you.
I should be good enough to continue.
Alright, well, let's get out. Maybe there's
Thank
more
you.
tigers around these parts. Kind of give a wary eye to the trees, Chris, looking for tigers. I'm doing the seek action.
How much would a tiger's pelt be worth?
Ooh, low
From
underground.
what I've learned, they quickly go very bad.
That's like sounds like a crafting check.
I don't know. What are appraisal rules? There's got to be something for that, right?
I think it would be like the law of that particular thing, but you can have like law smithing. So I'm assuming you can have like law fucking
Skinny?
hiding. Yeah, I mean, what's it called?
Tanning.
Tanning.
Yeah,
Tanning's more.
law Tanner, Matana boys.
Do tanners also make furs?
Probably right. I don't think
They
everyone goes.
dry different.
I would say they're furs, but that's something very different.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
You think there'd be a lot of
Lore
furries at Gamescom?
furries.
I don't find appraisal anywhere in here. I mean, like,
It gotta be worth something, right? Like, which people put on their floors and
Depending
stuff.
on the job you do of skinning it, yeah, like probably enough that it'd be worth taking.
Okay.
In the neighborhood of like tens of gold, probably.
Well, I've skinned rabbits and stuff, but this is an entirely different beast, so to say.
Very much, but again, I think it still might be worthwhile.
It's a trophy, at least.
Would it be like, what kind of check would it be to like try to skin it? That wouldn't be crafting, would it? Or what would it be? I'm trying to think what would be like skinning.
Tom, restart camera for me, please.
Nobody's camera's working.
Again, I will attempt to skin it.
Crafting. No.
I'm trying to think what it's most similar to. You make an item from raw materials? Not really. Nature, maybe. Survival, right? Surely survival, actually.
Yeah, that sounds.
Works
Cover
for me.
tracks.
conservation.
Sure, survival. Can I? Oh, there's an 8, right? I saw an
Yeah, I think there's an
8.
age.
Skills. What actions? 8.
Assist
You try to
or
help your ally with it.
I would say it's survival, but like,
Prepare
I think
to
it could be
help.
argued for.
Use an action.
I think you could argue either survival, nature, or crafting, depending. Like, if I were like a tanning person, I'd be like, dude, you gotta let me lose my crafting.
Yeah, whatever it is, I think Elandria is probably untrained in it.
Mhm.
So we'll make it using.
I am trained in crafting and survival.
Yeah,
Good,
but
Chris.
what crafting are you trained in?
You training crafting, Chris.
Just training crafting. Okay, yeah, okay. Then make a crafting check.
Wait, I
Okay.
want to aid her before she
You need,
makes
yeah.
roll. I mean, it says I have to make the same check basically, but it's typically it's DC 20
Ooh,
unless it's particularly hard or easy.
Are you trained in crafting?
Yeah,
Chris.
Okay.
Come on.
I'm a
Wait, what
crafter.
family do you think she's from?
right?
Well, I mean, she grew up on the streets, though.
Yeah, like the
Well,
way like the crafting works, just so you know, it's like you're technically the only one sort of crafting, but if you're crafting specific items, you need to have the formulas for it.
Yeah.
So even if you're trained in it, like it's not like you just put your training crafting, you can craft it.
Yeah.
Right? So,
Right.
Yeah, I remember the
it's
formula of
plus
the fabric.
4,
yeah.
But let's go with crafting.
plus 2 plus 2, yeah. Okay.
So like the DC is probably based on how rare it's going to be, which based
Oh,
on
that's
chance
probably not
creature,
gonna be
so
it.
We go like here.
Nope.
We're not going to be a help.
Doesn't
I mean,
help.
Might be
I have literally a +2 total, so it's not going to go great.
You got a chance.
13. I hash it up.
Yeah, it's.
I have
Oh,
strips
No,
of
it's
tiger.
It's a pretty useless pelt by the time you get it off.
Well,
Well, at least you got some of the emotions out, right? Cutting into the thing.
yes.
It must be very therapeutic.
Yeah, I like hold my shoulder a bit. I'm like, yeah, it's unfortunately just not very skilled in this type of area.
But my
I
brother
have
has a point. Aren't you used to tussling with the tigers from your time with the circus? Well, I suppose you were pretty little back then.
Yes, and we didn't have tigers like that. Again, I was more of an acrobat.
Well,
Jumping
you know,
over the tigers.
Yeah, dodging out of the way.
What is acrobatics without tigers? You know,
Boring shit.
Acrobatics
as
instead of
as Plato said.
Mm.
Alright, okay. So yeah, you guys continue onwards. That wasn't not even that long into the day. So
I don't like the sound of that.
you
Another
keep going.
encounter.
You stop for lunch.
Yeah.
You have it, and yeah, you keep going.
Mm.
And that afternoon,
Wait, oh no, wait. At lunch, because it only takes 10 minutes, I'll have another quick look at your wound if you're okay with it,
Mhm.
Orlando.
Yeah.
Okay, so medicine, DC 15. Hey, so you heal another 2d8. I think that'll probably get you to max rate.
more than likely, yeah.
So we'll fuck you up, 4.
One short.
Hey, you know,
31.
you take that when you sleep.
Yep.
Man, cheat wound so good, holy shit.
Mhm.
Alright.
A lot better than
Yeah.
5e for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, where it's like, here, you're stable.
Alright, so Chris, now you're going with the alphas and it's gonna kill us.
okay, so you guys have your lunch, and continue traveling. And in the afternoon, you've been traveling for some time, feet and miles running together in your memory, when suddenly a startlingly loud crack breaks the silence. The ox trumpets a protestation, and Flacky, you find yourself being flung violently sideways in a tumble of smithing gear.
No, my smithing gear!
An anvil cracks nastily against your forehead, dealing you a point of damage and leaving a thin trail of blood running into your right eye.
Fuck.
Everyone else
Turned
sees
against
the
me.
cart lurch alarmingly sideways as one of the wheels comes completely free and falls flat in the dirt, a snapped length of wooden axle pointing sheepishly skywards.
Ah, you fucking piece of shit! Can I even get to my feet?
Oh, that's pretty
Yeah,
like-
Lendra runs over, like extends her hand.
Gratefully,
That's
like, take
okay.
it, kind of get up. Ah, what a mess!
I pick up the wheel. Or like hold it upright. Like how fucked is it?
The wheel is actually fine itself.
It's the axle.
It's like on a, yeah, it's just got still running through it as a about a foot long bit of axle that ends in a jagged, snapped bit of wood.
Is this destroyed or damaged, Chris?
This is destroyed. You are going to need a new axle before this cart goes anywhere. There's certainly, well, let's see. Yeah, there's trees nearby, but with the tools you have available, like finding a suitable length of wood and crafting a makeshift axle, that'll do until you can get, like a where you don't like strip necessarily all the bark off and everything, but it'll do for now and get you somewhere. It's probably going to take like at least the rest of the day.
We begin the process.
So like find a tree, fell it, measure out the correct length of wood, carve a
So,
wood.
Jack, we have like
experience of
art here?
woodworking. But yeah.
Yeah, but it's just a mechanical
Wait.
process.
Hey, Jack, artisan tools used to be really fucking heavy, right?
Yeah, they were heavy as hell.
And now
that's why we
only
got the
2
cards.
bulk.
Oh, they used to be like 10 at least.
They used to be like 8 or 10. They're now 2.
Whoa, I'm gonna figure out how those. There's 2 people can go on the cart then now. Because like I assume between.
Well, that means maybe we don't even need the card.
It's possible. Well, so that is all.
You already have the card. There's no getting
We
rid of
already
the
have the
card.
card. Yeah, the card. But like ours are blacksmith tools, so like we actually don't. Do we even have the equipment to like make a wooden thing? Like a wooden.
Well, like you've got, as in,
Like
like you don't
storage.
have ideal equipment, yeah, but like you'll have like hand axes and stuff like wood, that you could chop a fire with, right, and stuff. So like,
Why would I have a hand axe for my blacksmith tools? What am I doing with a hand axe?
well, just like because you're in the middle of nowhere, you might need like to chop wood to like make get a forge fire going and stuff.
Sure. Okay.
They were
So,
very
like,
expensive.
You don't
It's
have
all
like.
inclusive
Well,
kit.
I mean, it's a complete set of tools.
Wait, but we should have a repair kit as well. If I didn't get like fucking I'm so mad.
Yeah. But like with like the limited tools you have available, it's like it's not like the short hour-long job if you had like a lumber mill to trim down a log.
Yeah.
You're, like,
Okay.
Sitting here working for the rest of the day
Do
probably.
we have to make a skill check or?
Yeah, it's gonna
Imagine.
be
It's going to be a very like the easiest level of crafting DC.
Okay, I'll have a go. I'll fix this motherfucking piece of shit.
I wanna aid.
I will aid, or I don't know
We'll
what
both try.
rules are, but
I'm not even that good at crafting, but it's what I love,
But
successfully
your thing, your whatever your special thing comes into bear in.
Isn't it only? It's like specialty crafting and blacksmithing.
Oh, is it? Okay, well then this is just. I guess that makes sense. Wouldn't even establish this as like crafting
Man,
a thing. This is
Fandom, you're
just-
better crafting than me. What the fuck? Bullshit.
Well, at least
Is
you aid successfully.
can multiple
Success
aid you?
or critical success?
Wait,
So,
what does the
multiple
aid
people
actually
aid?
give me?
It gives
I don't know
if
what
it's a
aiding does.
if it's success, it's a +1 bonus. If it's a critical success, it's a 2+2 bonus.
Wait, but what
I
did you
think-
decide that the aid DC was 20?
Yeah, but Chris made
Typical
it.
DC.
You said it was really, really low. You said it was like below.
Okay, no, that's fair. Yeah, but still 20 doesn't beat the aid.
Okay.
See the ADC by.
Yeah, I guess you can aid twice though, because it just said it gives you +1, unless it says specifically you can't. Does it?
Yeah, like this is definitely a multi-person job. Multiple people can absolutely.
Yeah, it's 18's fine.
Yeah,
right?
that also.
+2. Wow. And
Oh
also,
no, this is strictly within the rules. But
hey, so 20. Hey, I
yeah,
would say.
okay, and the DC is like this is like 11 DC or something.
Oh,
so
that's beautiful. Oh, we almost critical success.
it's
Okay, we
strictly
got a better
like
axle.
7, but...
So it's like you said, it's still like a temporary one, right? Or
Yeah, well, like so because I mean it's just as sturdy. It's just that you don't like the wood isn't fully treated. You haven't like necessarily scraped all the
Yeah,
bark
it'll
off.
go
just the
rotten
bit where it needs
fast.
to-
It will rotten fast,
Yeah.
termites and stuff. Yeah.
Anyway, so you're working at this for a while.
Yeah.
When it
Um,
rolls, it like has a bump on one side a little bit.
So like as you guys kind of sit there and make like a sort of makeshift little camp area around. I don't know what does everyone want to do while this is going on.
Yeah, I guess just like I'm working. I guess the whole time, pretty much. I get tree chopped down.
It's like it's not particularly
If I-
civilized right where you are now. It's not
What
like
if I want to make the axle out of
around
metal, Chris?
You want to make the what?
Axle out of metal. Ooh.
You'd need like more metal than you have, right?
What? I smelled down my light hammered side freedom.
I still think there's like a lot of metal in like a long iron like bar.
Mm,
like
it's hollow.
Yeah, that would be a lot, man.
Really
I don't
thin.
know if you've got the.
Hmm.
What do you mean I don't have the technology to make hollow?
Well, you got like I don't know how you can make like a hollow.
I get a
like,
tree
you
trunk
got,
and
like,
I
you
pour
got-
the metal around it. I turn the tree trunk to get an even layer and then throw it in the water to set it.
It seems absolutely absurd. Like the
What are you
highest
talking
possible
about?
basic skill check.
What are you talking about? It's fine.
I tell Moxie to if she sees any tigers to let us know.
Command animal check. Check a command animal. It's nature.
Me and Moxie are tied. I don't need to make. a check.
Oh, okay. It's not a command, just a helpful suggestion. I understand.
Right.
Yeah, that's what kind of working. I'll be like, we better get that looked at by when we get to look back map to say, hopefully there we'll get it properly repaired.
This cart costs us a fucking shit ton. So that's not.
Alright, just the axle. I can always see if I can just inquire about getting some materials and doing it myself when needed. Kind of thinking, like, Alandria, do you know anything about Slane? Is it, how big is it? Do you think we'll have shops, any work, any smithies, any carpenters, maybe better get the work done there?
That's a great question. Can I roll lore circus from my time traveling through?
To know, sorry, what?
Just to know a little bit about things, like how big it is, are there shops there, we could probably get the axle easily replaced.
In
the town, straight north of that thing.
Yeah,
Or the
Thane.
village, or whatever it is.
Thane? Oh yeah. No, if it's big enough to be on the map, it's got it's definitely somewhere between like a large town and a small city.
I mean, it says that it means hex-populated. Oh, no, hex-populated. Yeah, that means hex-populated, Chris.
Yeah. But like, if
So
the
that means-
entire hex is considered populated, it's like 20 miles across. It's like,
the entire...
I mean, there's people living in all the hexes you're passing through right now. But like, if the hex is considered populated, I mean, just like a town with like farmland and so on,
Okay.
big enough that it takes up an area basically 40 miles across.
Okay, cool. Dude, I didn't realize there's something that shows Evolve introduces iron. Where's some of that bad, boy? We need some of that. We need some of that.
It doesn't.
But when is it
be-
province?
So no,
I mean,
but
it's
can I just tell you, no, it's definitely gonna have the things that we need and some.
Aye, that's good then. I think they should hold out a couple more days. Right, Chris?
Yeah,
Like
absolutely.
a couple, 2 days, yeah. Cool.
Right.
Yeah, this thing's lifespan is measured in like months, not like
Oh,
days.
perfect. But I still like to get it fixed.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. So, what is everyone doing as this is being fixed? Like, so obviously some people are sitting around chatting. Is everyone just hanging out, or?
Well, like, both of them are aiding me, right? So I'm like, feel I was having like work. Like.
Okay, yeah, that's true. What do you do, Saji, then?
Sleep.
Good talk.
He's thinking.
I you know what,
He lies down.
I relax by the water, I guess. Streams and
Relax
streams
by
around
the-
or something.
Nice.
I don't do much. I
All right.
relax.
Kick back, chill.
Kick.
Okay.
If I don't have to aid, I can also sit on top of the cart. Just, I'm a bit paranoid of other tires.
Yeah, don't turn your back. That's the trick.
Mhm.
Like Indian fishermen, I think, wear like masks on the back of their heads because like tigers always go for the back of the neck or something.
Oh yeah, I've heard us. Yeah.
So I can to tell the tigers they don't know what to do. They're like, oh, 2 faces. You can't handle that.
Scary shit.
Okay. Just as the sun dips below the horizon, and you guys are sitting there, like just sort of finishing up, like you've got your, let's say you got your long pole ready, and you're about to start putting it back to the cart.
You're damn right I do.
As the sun dips below the horizon and darkness sweeps across the landscape, you spot something coming around the trees about a mile ahead up the road. It seems to be a large wagon with a figure perched atop steering, flanked by a pair of armored men on horseback.
A large
Alright.
Okay.
Fair enough.
We're out of the way, right? So.
We out the way.
Not particularly.
We could have taken the card off the road to work on it. Maybe we have to like get it up on its side to look at the
Oh, look at
bottom.
Got a new picture. Fancy.
Oh, I
Oh,
don't have
God.
this horse.
You planned
Whoa.
this.
Whoa. Chris was like Google cart. He saw a picture of one knocked over and he was like, I guess I made that
No,
thing.
no, it's even better. This cart and the previous cart both came with this map.
Oh my god, you had to use them.
They were just here sitting on the GM layer for anyone to use. Okay, so you guys,
Wait, look at all that gold, guys. That's what you hide it finally.
you guys got this off the road, right? And so
Yeah, to work on it.
You're like
My Moxie.
Hamlin, Flacky, and Alandria. You guys are all kind of hanging around it, and
Moxie's.
Sarge's like
Another tiger.
over here on this rock. Oh yeah, go away, tiger.
Yes.
He's sunbathing.
Moxie's just hanging by the trees.
Nice, nice. Alright, so
Okay.
you know we'll just watch it. It would
Got
work.
cover
yeah.
in the rocks.
We're almost done, right?
I'll sit
Yeah,
on top
yeah,
of the
you're
scripts.
getting there.
Overseeing the work.
As the wagon draws nearer, you can make out the figures more clearly. Driving the ornate closed-top wagon is a large, richly dressed woman. Her companions appear to be common mercenaries, armed and armored, but not excessively so.
Nice. Chris, by the way, as you know, we saw what happened to the car and everything, and I kind of looked at the road, was there anything on the road that seemed to cause this accident? Or was it just, happened?
Well, it could have been the detox thing, right?
There's like Yeah, like when you examined the axle, you think the axle might have been damaged, being dragged off the road earlier. And there's like you think you recall. I mean, it's all a bit of a blur because you like fell and hit your head on the anvil, but you think you feel like recall like a jolt, like you're going over a rock or something before the whole thing kind of collapsed underneath you.
And we had troubles last session, I think, as well with the wheel.
Bad axle. Yeah. If I'll kind of like have a quick look at the road. If there's any like big rocks, which I think like might be what we did.
Yeah, you find like something like the size of this or whatever. That's like, hey, that was.
Just like kick it off the road so it doesn't annoy the other people.
Nice.
Yeah. But yeah,
Good Samaritan.
Don't damage a wheel.
Cool.
Do I recognize this troop, like these group of mercenaries? Do they have like any kind of insignia? Like, do they come from a specific group?
Brown band.
There's no kind of heraldry or anything being. Why am I hearing myself?
Are you echoing from Tom's mic?
Yeah.
Yeah, but through this laptop sound, not through like my voice carrying.
Oh, okay. I was like, that can't be the voice.
No.
Oh yeah, that's me.
Tom, fix.
I think he removed
Force mute him.
Chris, go see what's wrong.
Tom.
And also make him fix it.
Let's go see it. That's what Chris goes. This is great. I love it so much. Why aren't they just sitting at the same computer? So dumb.
Oh, there he is!
The man himself! The man himself! He's actually there! I never believed he was actually there. Now I do.
Bamboo.
He's actually there, Chris. Whoa.
there.
So what was wrong?
Nothing went wrong. He went to go get a drink, and like his Bluetooth headphones disconnected as he went downstairs. So.
Oh, dear.
Look, it worked. It worked earlier.
Okay.
I've been downstairs.
Anyway.
Fucking fix
no,
the sound.
Please. I beg. I'm muting Tom. Anyway.
No.
So for me, Thomas Cam is like half fucked now.
Yeah, it's fucked for me.
There is no heraldry.
What the fuck?
Of any kind. Although you can make out.
Tom, leave the conversation until he fixes shit.
And Tom went, what the fuck?
Mute your fucking microphone, Tom.
Please. Okay, try talking. Oh no, I'm still there.
He's not even listening, is he?
Who's the owner of this call? Can't you just like force deafen him
Oh?
or mute him?
Hello?
That sounded
Oh,
good.
it's not echoing.
Woo!
Oh my god, oh thank god, okay. Yes, so there is no heraldry. But the woman who is who's steering the large wagon, and I mean it's like the whole thing is like the size of like a wheelhouse. It's it's
Dude, I want it.
and everything.
I
Is a large middle-aged woman of short stature. Her overall presentation is luxurious and ornamented, and as she draws close, the air around her and around you takes on just a hint of a strong perfume. And indeed, as pulling level, the woman stops her horses with a twitch of the reins, turns to look down at the party. Eyeing the activity, she raises a pristine eyebrow and asks, "Having a spot of bother, are we?"
I almost got it fixed.
It's a bump in the road, shall we say.
Well, let's take their bargain.
I guess technically these guys have horses as well. I can't be asked to put those on the map, so.
Sure. Yeah, we've almost got it fixed.
Indeed. She kind of, looks over the group and says, "Pray tell, what are you taking and where? You seem to be merchants, no?"
Well, no way we'd have taken ourselves. For now, traveling up north.
She kind of eyes with interest between, the smithing, the crafting equipment and stuff, most of which is like kind of out, like displayed around you. But like also, the evident weapons, not
Tigers.
never far from sight. She says, she kind of looks over everything and says, "Snapped axle, was it?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Kirk, Merrin, give these poor people a hand lifting their wagon.
Oh, so nice.
And yeah, like the men, but wordlessly, neither of them says anything. Just dismount, leave their horses where they are, and come over. Merrin is in full plate, Kirk is in half plate, and like both of them have, like Merrin has like is a very like sort of typical hedge knight sort of look.
You keep telling me not to kill people, Chris.
Kite shield and a long sword. Kirk looks maybe a little more. He's got a sort of half plate on, maybe a little more of a look of a holy man about him. There's sort of like a tabard, a white tabard over the top, without any particular insignia on it. But it's kind of his beard and demeanor. He's got a bit of a stiffness to him. But nevertheless, like no, I mean, again, neither of them say anything at all. They just come over and as you're like wrestling with Log, you know, sort of like lift the whole wagon up for you so you can slot it through the grooves, and you know, it's just extra brute strength aids the whole task. And yeah, like after a few minutes of shoving and kind of fitting it in place, and a bit where you had to sort of take it back out and file down a bit more so it would fit in, you've got the new axle in place, and you're fitting the wheels over either end. What are you doing, Saji, while this is all going on? Now that something new has turned up, you still just by the water?
Observe from my position. I think. Look. Also, I will wander like up the up. For fuck's sake, like up this way and like examine the look at the cart. Like examine a little bit, pay a little bit more attention to it. Nothing too specific, or too inquisitive or anything.
The wagon is ornate and lavish. I guess everything about it screams wealth. It's got ornamentation. It does also look to you, when you sort of examine it closely, not actually like a wheelhouse that you would go back to and live in, but more like, I mean, there's no such thing as an ice cream van in universe, but it's like that's sort of like it would open on the side and sort of present, you know, the inside for inspection from the outside. And like the whole thing is kind of sat quite low down, like, you know, so that you could sort of, you'd imagine this thing being sort of parked in a corner and opened, and that people would come up to it and be served something, or, you know, treat with some kind of sale.
I want to perceive if these two very lovely gentlemen have any coin purses on.
Yeah, absolutely. Both of them are quite openly carrying. Well, I mean, they have like several. Each would have like, well, I say several, like 1 to 3 pouches at their belt, and like you think you can identify which ones have the shape of coins like visible inside.
Okay. Would it be possible to, while they're like busy lifting the axle, to sneak some coins out of it?
I don't. Sneak some coins is gonna. Yeah, I mean, I can give you the test, and but like the DC will be higher if it's just sneak a few coins rather than take the whole. Like it's definitely much easier to you know, the standard result would be to take the whole thing. If you just want to like take a few coins without disturbing, it's going to be more difficult.
Okay, I'll try and take the whole thing then.
Yeah, lift the person.
Stupid pickpocket, you know, is killed.
Yeah, for sure.
Just like
which one, Merrin or Kirk?
He changes his mind, Chris.
Merrin.
He changes his mind. He changes his mind. I want to move back.
Which one has the bigger pouch?
The Kirk is a holy man, right? So
DC is still usually perception DC the creature wearing the object.
But I have.
You must also compare your CV check against perception DC or observers other than the person wearing the object.
But I have pickpockets. You can palm or steal objects that are closely guarded, such as an object in a creature's pocket or a loose ring.
So you don't take a -5?
No.
Still just a DC, then whatever it is, fine. Okay, yeah, fine, just roll. I'm scared, just roll.
And do the rest of us roll if we see it?
And also subtle theft. When you successfully steal an object, observers other than the creature you stole from take a -2 circumstance penalty to their perception DC. to detect your thoughts.
What? By the way, when it says like perception DC, what are perception DCs, Chris? Because players, what does they're like 10 plus it or 8 plus it or what is?
I believe it's 10 plus it.
Okay,
10 plus it. Is it plus level or anything else, or just
This
that?
thing has been like changed around a bit. Like everyone used to have like a fixed DC, and that's definitely not the case anymore. But I think it is just 10 plus skill checks and skill DCs. Like that. Let's see. I'm trying to do that spell. Skill descriptions. This is too far. 10 plus makes sense to me.
Oh, here we go. Found it. Yeah. When someone or something tests your skill, the SM for check against your skill DC equals a 10 plus your skill modifier. Yep.
Yep. Okay. So against this guy's perception DC. Okay.
And mine's I got 13 even with the minus 2. And if I see you, you're gonna smack. Better than 13 even I want to smack a bony.
So my thievery is +6.
See the smackaroni incoming. Ooh, nice macaroni.
And then we roll perception with negatives.
We have a -2 because subtle theft or whatever. We don't roll perception, it's our DC, so it's our
Oh,
So no one's gonna have it.
No one's gonna have it.
Damn
No
it.
one has. Fuck it.
That high, except Moxie. No.
But Moxie's my ally, you know, it's my brother-in-law.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you managed to. As far as everyone else is aware, the
Filter a
pouch
purse.
was there 1 second and it's gone the next.
Yeah. Well, we don't even know if it's gone.
Yeah, you got a coin purse.
Sick.
After they help us out, I'm like, this is a help thing. I'm like, guys, thanks very much. It's big kind of you.
It's no trouble at all.
May I ask where you were traveling?
You may indeed. Our end goal is to head south and east towards the capital of Laconia.
But our plans for tonight seem to be rather scuppered. The closest inn is, she gestures back up the road, just around those trees up there, but it seems to have burned down in recent nights. We were looking for somewhere approachable and appropriate to spend the night, safely out of doors.
Can I tell? I mean, since we rode past this way, or
No,
what-
they've come from ahead of you.
I know. I'm saying like so. The way they're going, we've been.
Oh, right. Yes.
So can I tell them like roughly how far away the next inn is?
At least another hour.
Okay.
Probably.
Yeah,
The
so just
nearest
let,
inn is the one right ahead of you. Yeah.
Celestine know that it's like, oh, yeah. Before the cart broke, last inn was about an hour that way.
Aye, and land around here. I'm not sure how safe it is. Encountered a tiger not far back.
A tiger? How terrifying. Were you able to slay the beast?
Aye, just got it before it got outside. Thanks to kind of look around, like thanks to a friend who I'm not quite sure where he's gone.
And did you take its pelts? They are rather valuable.
Nah, I don't too hacked it up.
Yeah. Unfortunately, during the fighting, it took a significant amount of damage.
Aye, sure.
Well, that's honest truth.
Yeah, I'm
You
sure
hacked
it
it with
did,
a
I'm
battle
sure it
axe. I had multiple attacks with a longsword.
Yeah, I'm sure it did. Sure it did.
Pegged by multiple magic missiles. Come on.
Yeah, imagine missiles really slash up a power.
Bandlin like looked at it, so you know.
Well, given the evidence of such disastrous creatures about as that, might I suggest that the group of us spend the night camped together? It would certainly make the watches more manageable for us and more likely to spot danger all around.
The time now, Chris?
Sunset.
Okay. Like, I don't see why not. Probably good to give kind of knock on the edge of the cart. Give it till morning anyway to make sure the joints are set properly.
Excellent. We shall assemble our camp here then. Merrin and Cook, fetch the tents, please. Merrick and Cook, again, wordlessly. Neither of them have said anything like
Manlin, fetch your tent, please. I like this kind of.
like they go around to the back of her wheelhouse and like open a compartment and begin like unpacking camping supplies and so on.
While they're
Wow.
busy, I'll take the
The woman
contents of
herself.
the coin purse, put it in my own, and like Just hide.
Eat
Uh,
the container.
Eat the evidence.
Go
well,
to
no,
school.
I'll hide this for now, but soon I'll make an excuse to go into the woods for a pee break, and I'll toss it then.
Okay.
Please tell me it's like, hey, gonna take a piss. Just like,
Go take a shit.
So the woman just lounges. She like the steering seat that she's sitting in is actually quite a sort of wide and comfortable looking couch.
Nice.
So she just kind of lounges up there while the camp is being assembled. So Fandon, you make an excuse and go off into the woods and count how much money you got and dispose of the coin.
Yeah, I'll make a little hole and just like put it under some dirt and like try and flatten it out.
It's 28 gold, 13 silver, and 25 copper.
Ooh, this is
How much
lucrative,
platinum?
boys. Okay, 28 golds.
28, 13, and 25.
nice.
Thank you.
Pretty good haul.
Not bad.
Until he goes to put his stuff away at night and it's gone.
It's fine.
What's the worst that could happen?
And then
I don't know.
D6, yeah. And after a while, I guess I'll go find Saji if he's still missing.
Not that far away from the wagon.
But you're very
They
small.
were like, it's in the way.
Technically, where you're at,
in the
none of us
way.
can see you.
Yeah, it's in the way.
You're very small.
Okay. So yeah,
I
as
mean, I've been walking them.
Okay.
It wouldn't be just in one spot.
yeah, so as everyone is kind of like the tents are being set up and people are hanging around, the woman climbs down and you kind of, I guess whoever is the most immediately available. So at this time, that's probably Blackie or Alandria. Kind of comes over to the pair of you and asks, "So, what's in Thane?"
What's inside?
For us, merely just a place to stop. Hopefully, get the cart, fully repaired, and then we continue onward.
I know it. Just a stopping point.
To where, may I ask?
For now, we're heading to Crag Marrow for now. And after that, who knows?
Interesting. I've never been to any of the Viceroyalties. Well, not for an extended period, anyway. What's the interest for you?
Just an old story we heard. Me and me sister. We're actually from far south here. The name's Blackie First Forge. And I kind of like offer a hand at this point.
Ah, she extends a hand herself. An ancient family indeed.
Exactly. Nice. You've heard of us. If you know the name. So.
You'll have to forgive me. Yes, I had not realized you were, well, of means. I'm something of a traveling merchant myself. You can call me Celestine. I travel and deal in trinkets and obscurities, fineries from here and there. If you were perhaps interested in having a look at my wares.
Sure, Chris. Because I'm the artisan background, but they change how it works slightly.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll train in crafting and then the guild lore skill. So guild would definitely be like this, right? Like merchant guilds and stuff. It just says the guild, it's lore guild, but it doesn't say anything more than that.
Yeah.
Can I roll to see if I've heard of this person or
Yes, you can roll. Let me see. Lore.
So yeah, artisan is a chain,
Yeah, I mean, I guess you could roll to see if you know she's especially famous or something. But...
Yeah, exactly.
If he rolls really
Right,
high,
cool.
Go ahead and roll.
Nice.
No, you've never heard.
Okay, cool. Okay, it's I'm interested to do that. It'd be a pleasure.
Okay. She leads you over to the side of her thing, and calls for Merrin, who comes over and operates a sort of a complicated mechanism that involves a key, a couple of locks being undone, and I think you have to undo 2 locks on either, a lock on either side, and then the thing slides up.
Okay.
and reveals the inside of the wagon is like lavishly arranged. It's kind of like you know how all the prizes are arranged at the at like the theme park if you're doing the like
yeah,
the basketballs or something. Yeah, the carnival rides exactly. Well, I think where you get the tickets and the prizes arranged. It's like that. So there's quite a lot of stuff there. There is a wide variety of garments in many styles, small items of personal jewelry, including mirrors, perfumes, baubles, and trinkets, all of which are master quality or better. There is a plentiful supply of all first level elixirs, of which I have a list as well.
The healing one, baby.
Then there is a selection of items that seem to have been given pride of place, including an ornate censer marked as Thurible of Revelation.
What?
A dusty old brown and grey fur coat that doesn't look particularly valuable, but is marked as Coyote Cloak.
What?
Coyote.
Coyote?
Yes,
Okay.
but Coyote. It's got an O in it.
I know.
There's an amulet in the shape of an eye, marked as Pendant of the Occult.
Oh, I like the sound of that.
There is a wide belt of patterned leather, marked as Lifting Belt.
Big boy.
There is a decorated ornate cloth sack, marked as Bag of Holding.
Whoa!
There is a tall pair of black leather boots, marked as Boots of Elvenkind.
Oh, I can move so much faster.
I need that.
Alright, that's quite the... Alright, Chris, give us a list. Copy paste that bad boy.
Elven, boots, what is it? Elven...
Oh, there is a list available.
Nice.
Of course there's a list.
Oh, that's the, oh, yeah.
Wait, where's the list?
That up, or do we...
Where's the list, though? Where's the list, though?
Boots of Elvenkind.
Oh, there it is.
It's in Roll20.
Yeah, can we look to these up, Chris? Or like, no, these are the magic items aren't common, are they?
Yeah.
What about the muted elixirs? Do we know what they do? Or we have to like also ask.
Subject to relevant to check, I guess.
Okay.
Which would be. Oh, that's an interesting question, actually. For identifying, well, how do we? Oh, there'll be something about identifying potions, right? There'll be like a specific.
But I'm just thinking like if we'd ever had one before, right, in our life, or if we've seen them before, so like if we recognize it.
Yeah, well,
dude, it's so funny.
Like, determines whether or not you.
Dude, I can imagine what a bag of holding it. Idiot. Probably holds shit, right?
Probably holds shit, yeah.
And can I roll anything since I'm of Elvish heritage to know what Boots of Elvenkind would be?
Yeah, you can.
Perhaps I hate elves so much.
I mean, it's like it's the same. You can nominate a law skill that you want to roll with, and I can attempt to roll using that law skill and then tell you what you get.
It's the only one I have.
They use a lot of magical items in this.
What's the server build, Chris?
Yeah, you've heard of the Boots of Elvenkind.
Yay!
Yeah, but you don't know if you actually have. You just
I know.
So don't get too excited.
I get an answer.
It's an
That's
elven
the point.
delicacy.
You know that they are. Yeah, I mean, you heard about them when you were in the circus. They're particularly vaunted among acrobats because they make you better at acrobatics. And also they allow you to move with unerring precision and ignore difficult terrain. I don't.
Yeah. Boring.
So yeah, you've heard about these in your time in the circus.
While they're checking this out, can I have a quick conversation with Saji?
Yeah, you can have a quick conversation with Saji.
Okay.
I don't know.
I'll walk over.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm gonna go to the loo real quick, unless this conversation I need to be definitely here for.
I doubt it.
Good.
That's what I like to hear.
Okay.
Wait,
Time to
Saji,
metagame, boys!
No.
are you alright?
Hmm?
Not that it's any of my business, really, but
Get away from him.
a few days ago, I heard that I had heard a reputation that you were, you know, the entertainer, the open Guy, truth be told, I really hate most people. But isn't this sort of your thing, meeting new people on the roads? Wouldn't you want to meet this lady? She seems really interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, I guess. But, I don't know.
Now, if you want to talk about it, I'm
I
not really
need
the
to-
best person, but you know, my brother is a priest.
I mean, it's not.
You know, if you have something to confess, I'm sure he can help you
Nah.
out.
That's fine. I just need to figure this out. Just get used to it. I feel like in a day, maybe 2.
Alright, you did just slay a tiger. That's, you know, that's got to be doing something for the old confidence.
Yeah. Mr. Floss here is not the biggest fan of that, but
Reminds me, who?
it's animal. That's not familiar, man.
Oh, yeah.
A cat, Mr. Fluffs.
No, as it didn't like
Orange
when the
tabby.
tiger died, of course.
It's an orange tabby as well, you know. It looks like.
family.
Oh no. That's a problem.
You know. He's just feeling a bit down, and like you can see the cat just like being like a bit, you know. Like,
Yeah.
You're
down,
so
like,
close,
kind of-
your emotions are linked or something.
in a way, maybe. He's been with me for a very long time, you know.
Alright,
That will
well,
be fine. It's something new to get used to. You know, it's what we came out here for. But you know,
what always
Calm
helps
down.
me when I'm down is a bit of a drink. So, if you need some, I'm sure we've got some alcohol in the back. Anyways,
maybe.
I'll leave you
Not
to
right
it for now.
But thanks for the offer. Thanks for the
Alright. Perfect timing, Chris.
Perfect timing indeed.
Right. So when she like shows us everything, and be like, yeah, you're still talking, Jeffy, get away.
Yeah.
No, you're stealing. I'm gonna be like, quite the display you got there. Kind of like,
Okay, you know what? Okay, I've changed my mind about one thing. I'll say that the elixirs are all labeled and like say what they do as well, because like you couldn't like you'd never do anything selling those to people just like expecting them to like know what they were, right?
Yeah.
And like again, the specific items like don't have like descriptions attached, but like you know you could probably ask her to tell you.
Do they have prices on them?
No, they do not have. They do not
Fucking
have.
I
Oh,
don't-
the
Not the kind of
elixirs. The
place.
elixirs
Yeah,
do.
How
The
much
elixirs
is it?
are like 3 to 4 gold each.
Elixirs of life, you know, it might be worth stocking up on a couple of those bad boys.
That one might be slightly more expensive. Hang on, I can double
What?
check.
I've looked these up. I looked those up before, Chris, but I was thinking about doing alchemical crafting, and they cost like 3
Yeah,
gold.
they ain't crazy. I thought the life one they're like 3 or 4, but the life one might be more.
Life one's cheapest. I'm looking at it now.
Is it interesting?
3 gold. I'm assuming it's a minor one. I don't know. I mean, the other one's like fucking 50, 30 gold. So yeah, as
Yeah,
I'm like,
something like that, yeah.
as I'm like, this is quite the selection you have there.
We do our best. Actually, it's looking rather depleted at the moment. I've just been doing good business in the Alaean capital, and I'm heading into Ortala to replenish some of my stock.
I see. I think for a minute, I'm like, I actually might have something that maybe you'd be more interested in buying. Like,
Is that so?
I take off my hat, and I'm like, we found this hat. Kind of thing. A few days back, an old crypt. It's some magic in it. When I don't know, invest in it. When I activate it, it lets me change my appearance. But I kind of shrug. It's not that useful to me.
A hat of disguise, you say?
I think so.
If only you had a sister that has a tendency to get into trouble.
Oh yeah, I'd love to give it to my stealing sister. Out of the sky, that would get us into no trouble.
Classic magical artifact. Certainly something I would be interested in
You come over and buy it back. Jack.
acquiring to flip. So to say, how much are you asking?
Kind of stretching a bit. I to be quite honest, not really sure how much it's worth. Haven't had many dealings in magic items.
It's like a glimmer in her eye. I see.
Yeah. It's like, how much would you be willing to offer?
That is a fantastic question. Let's find out. She kind of thinks and says,
I could see my way clear to parting with, say, 20 gold pieces for it.
Kind of saying, yeah, seems fairly reasonable. Let me ask my sister. She may be a bit more knowledgeable, like this kind of selling, like kind of cool over, like Fanlin, come over here.
I love that tone. What is the flag?
I am thinking about I kind of like joint point stuff. Seems Celestine. She introduced her name right. She did.
Yeah.
I think. Yeah. Celestine is like sells quite a few items, including some magical ones. Are considering selling that, but I trust you and everything, Celestine. But she offered me 20 gold. Do you think that's a fair fight, sister?
Can I appraise it? I'm not.
Yeah.
That
give me
much
gold.
more.
Okay, there's definitely some checks that we need to like. Let's not bother doing them in the session. We need to hash out specifically what they are at some point, like appraising and stuff, and identifying definitely as well. Let's say you have Lore Underworld, right?
Hmm.
Do Lore Underworld.
That is. Do you roll it or I roll it? It's a +4.
Oh yeah, I roll it. That's right. Thank you for the. Yes, it's a +4. You're like certain. Your gut says he's getting lowballed a bit, but not like hard lowballed. You know.
Okay. Well, in the short time you've worn it, you've really gone used to it, haven't you? I'd say it's. I mean, even ignoring that, the emotional value, it's worth at least 30. I'd say.
Kind of shrug and I say, I guess it does suit me pretty well. Kind of turn to so it seems like, would you be willing to stretch the 30?
Yeah. So Celestine gets a. She gets a bit of a hard look. Dwarves are renowned as like difficult bargainers throughout the land. So like it, you don't take offense.
Also ploy when I asked her to tell me how much it was.
As recognized like someone settling in for like like dwarves of like are known to like it's more like they have so much patience that they'll like haggle like a tiny bit for like hours. Like you gotta bring a book if you want to bargain with a dwarf. So she says, if we make a deal now, I'll be willing to stretch to 25. 30 is too much.
Kind of thing, like. How would you feel about part of an exchange? You give me 30 gold of value, but I promise to spend it at this here shop. You seem to have quite a few elixirs, may prove useful. Maybe put it towards some of these more interesting items. If you could perhaps explain to me what they are. I kind of gesture at the.
Give me a persuasion check.
Sure.
Persuasion test.
Diplomacy, I'm guessing you mean, Chris.
Yeah, diplomacy.
But I'm untrained.
Persuasion.
Untrained.
You can have a +2.
Okay, so instead of -1, a +1.
Because she's intrigued.
So that's actually an extra 2, so 14.
So 14?
Yep.
Yeah, okay. She says 30 gold of store credit. Seems reasonable. What are you interested in acquiring?
I kind of like gesture to the things that have like the labels, but like they're the more interesting magical ones. I'm like, could you perhaps tell us a little bit more about this? I'm not so interested in the boots. I say I don't know if they quite fix me, but I kind of gesture to like it's a sensor, right? So that's like a religious thing. I'm like, perhaps more interested in sensor, and then perhaps the bag. I kind of gesture back to the card. It's like it's bag of holding. It sounds useful. We have quite a lot of stuff we're having to drag around.
Yes, indeed. I have links for these somewhere, right? Yes. She says, the thurible is, it is a useful holy relic in certain circumstances. You have to burn a relatively expensive incense with it to use it, but if you do so, it improves your knowledge of religious affairs and your ability to decipher holy scripts and texts while you do so by its light.
I see. Interesting. And the bag?
The bag is a relatively common magical artifact. I think I actually might have 2 of them. It contains a larger space than would seem, in which can be stored a quantity of items for easy transportation.
Sounds pretty useful. How much are you asking for that?
For the bag, she surveys you.
I'll survey it back.
Contesting survey checks.
She says, because you have treated with honor, I will not insult you with an absurdly high price
So
like
they
I
all say
normally
before
would.
inciting. That's what they say
But-
before doing that.
Certainly, I could take no less than 100 gold pieces.
Phew.
That's no small sum.
Well, can I say, well, we'll see if she tells truth or see what I also give my sister a look, like, and I also want to see if fighting the fight fair myself.
Well, as we're having this conversation, I quickly wanna poke Elandria, and you know, with my elbow, I'm like, I see your eye in those boots. Are they interesting?
It definitely can be. They're the ones that I'm thinking that I remember hearing about in the circus. They would help an acrobat in some way. They make them much more skilled and agile on their feet.
So with the handstands and all that. Well, no, I suppose that's the
And
opposite
amongst
of on
other
their feet. Yes. Okay. But there's no price tag next to the boots either, right?
No.
Chris, so what would it be like me?
What is this belt of do you lift, bro?
Yeah, I don't care about that shit.
I
If
mean-
you have a bag of holding, who cares about?
I know.
I
Bag of
don't
holding
know.
seems like
I don't
the
know
most
how
legit one.
easily you can really appraise.
So like, there's no way. I mean, but it's more like inciting hurt than appraising the actual value.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can sense motive.
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
Let's see. What is
Let's
this?
read the text on sense motive.
Sense motive isn't the same.
It's like an action under.
I just saw it, yeah.
What? I don't have it on my character sheet.
Somewhere. No,
No,
it's
it's not-
like,
it's not like
there's
a-
an action under a skill.
Oh, it's diplomacy shit, or?
Is it diplomacy?
Uh,
Gather information, make an impression. No. Is it
actions.
deception?
Yeah, no, it's under actions. Sense motive. Concentrates secrets. You try to tell whether a creature's behavior is abnormal. Assesses for odd body language, signs of nervousness, other indicators that it might be trying to deceive someone.
Okay,
Gem
what check?
attempts a single secret perception check for you and compares the result to the
Perception.
deception DC of the creature.
Right, okay. So her deception DC versus your perception. Okay, what's your perception?
Wait, so I roll perception?
No, I roll your
Oh,
perception.
Yeah.
My perception is +5.
+5, okay. And her deception is. Oh, she's. Okay, gave her this template. Did I she.
You can only try it
Sorry, I
once,
think I did.
unless the situation changes a lot.
Alright, okay. And I roll secretly. What page is this on?
Core rulebook page 471, but it's under actions on Archives Net.
Okay. Sense motive. Okay, so these are the. Okay, so now I roll. Okay, you sense that she is, like, majorly screwing you over, like with this offer.
Majorly?
Like, yeah, like, and this is probably worth like a third of that, maybe.
Okay. And I'm like, okay, yeah. And Fanny's like, kind of frown. I'm like, 100, it's very expensive. I kind of give her a look. Are you sure that's a fair price?
as fair as any I've ever offered.
That's probably the truth.
I found at that.
Hmm.
I kind of think let me talk to them. They don't have that much on me right now, but I'll see what they have. I kind of turn to where Fanlin and Landry are talking about the other thing. I kind of pulled them a few steps back away from the card.
Of course.
As you come over and say, you seem. Do you know the price of those boots? Apparently, they're pretty interesting.
I'm afraid not. I'm sure you could ask. You'd be happy to say. But listen, I asked about the bag. I kind of turned to Landry. I'm like, have you heard of a bag of holding? It sounds fairly interesting.
Can I circus lore this? Again?
Circus lore.
I'll try and underroll lore as well.
We can circus lore this with a high DC.
Yeah.
Circus
You
lore.
can do
everything.
tricks with it, right? Like you
Yeah,
disappear
right.
to the
Like
bag and stuff.
put a ladder out of, and
There might be magicians that's pull the rabbit out of the hat thing. Yeah.
Special effects.
Yeah,
That's what
see.
you're thinking about.
no, you've not.
It's used for special effects.
The bag of holding. Underworld lore. I don't know if underworld lore is.
Really useful in a heist, you know.
Well, I guess it's good for smuggling. Yeah, you know what?
Very
actually,
good
that
for
makes
smuggling.
sense.
It's amazing
That
for
makes
smuggling
sense.
and stealing.
Yeah, okay,
anything.
actually, I like it. I like it. Oh shit. Well, that's
That's a critical fail.
yeah. I don't know how to.
Critical fail this.
It's a bag that eats your head.
You think bags of holding are for I don't fucking know.
Okay, you think the dumb shit, and I tell you wrong.
You think something dumb, okay? Fucking, I don't know.
Alright, so you mentioned this incredibly dumb. It can't even be sort of these, and I'm like,
$100 for that.
Just say that they're used to destroy shit or something, you know?
No, I mean, you put maybe the things that you care most about, and it helps protect them.
Oh, that
does
doesn't
do
that
that.
far off.
Well, right, but again, it's in a very different way, right? It's just you just put small items in it.
If you have the bag, it helps you hold stuff like this heavier. So you
Yeah.
put it on your back, and then it means you're stronger.
It's the lifting.
It's a
It
lifting
makes you
bag.
stronger.
It's a magic grocery bag, and when you're carrying it, all other grocery bags are lighter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, sister. I'm afraid you got it quite wrong. I think it's apparently, from what she says, it's how it works is it's a small bag. I kind of point over to it. It's pretty small, right? Just but it can hold much more than the actual size of it. So you can put lots of stuff in there and only have to carry a bag, and it's still light.
So what you're saying is it's bigger on the inside.
Exactly. We could carry all those tools, all those supplies, everything we need in the bag. We wouldn't need to worry about paying to get the axle fist, none of that. We could sell the card in the next town, what it's worth, if we tighten even up the axle a little bit.
Right.
Aye. Not a bag of
Is it
carrying.
type
that's
1 or
the-
type 2, or isn't there multiple types in this
Um.
Pathfinder?
Do you say that
I
in
remember
game?
looking through them a long time. No, and out of game.
Okay, sorry. Okay, maybe I don't know. But she's asking for 100 gold. I have 30 gold credit for the hat, but it still would be 70 more. I think she's screwing us off quite a bit, but I think it's worth significantly less. I don't know how much it's worth.
Probably a fair trade.
Yeah, I saw the hat was about the same. It's a fucking magic hat. It makes you into anything. Sounds pretty good to me, but I don't know. I don't know if I can probably try to haggle down a bit. If I'm right, then I think she should accept maybe even 60 total. I still think I'd be paying a lot.
What if we attempt to also sell again some of these other things that we found, right? The blank runestone, the
I forgot we had some of those.
chemical compound things.
Do we
We
really
see
want
if
to
they're
trade
doing
with this
it.
woman though? If she's ripping us off?
I mean, we've been in this
That is
business, sister. It's not exactly like I expect a traveling merchant to give us retail price. I admit she's going a bit crazy with it. It seems a bit rude, but I'm not surprised. If she haggles
she's
down
like a
and she's
noble
fair with it.
woman or something, right? It's I'm sure
I
she'll be respect.
I don't think so. I think she's just a high acting merchant.
Well,
But I just think the bag would be pretty damn useful. I don't want to offend her too much that she refuses to sell.
I mean, the hat for the bag sounds pretty good to me, but I don't really know. We could just offer that up, see what she.
I mean,
thinks.
I've already agreed that I would
Try
get
and-
30 gold and store credit for that, and she's
Try
saying,
and call her out on her lies, maybe, but I don't know.
I am just a bit worried about the armed guards, but I'll try to say that it doesn't seem quite fair to me, but I'm a bit worried that it'll go south if I act
I mean,
too.
if you want, I can take the
benefit.
lead, but you know how I am with respectful conversations and all that.
You be the bad cop, and I'll be the good cop. Say you go on thinking a hat seems like a fair trade for this bag of carrion, and we'll see how she responds. But
Again, we could throw in some of the items that we're just not using, and we're not.
that's true. But I don't know. Do you have them on you? Where is Saji gone? I kind of like look around like, hey Saji, we come over here.
Like the blink rune stones, the alchemical compound
like
of
just
some
you.
kind, and the small spherical stone that I have.
Do we even know what those lot do?
I think I did. Let me write it down. Yeah, it's a dull gray Eon stone, and then the blink rune stones.
What's up?
I Saji, well, she's selling some pretty interesting looking magic items, and one of them which I'm kind of interested in is a bag of holding. You've heard of that? If not, doesn't matter. Don't even think about it. It's what it is. Big on the inside. You can fit a lot of supplies inside a little bag, carry it, light as anything. I was thinking it'd be pretty useful for the tools we got, and would maybe we could sell the cart on the other side. But you're wanting a lot.
Speaking of respectful conversations, I think Saji here could be a bit better than us, to be honest.
And you are well versed in the more arcane elements of magic. Do you have any idea what you think I kind of think was like, do you know? Have you heard of a bag of holding? Do you know what they may be worth?
Well,
He's trying
Chris,
It's another fucking critical fail. What's your arcane?
give me a second. Arcana should be +2.
Nice.
Never heard of it.
Thank God we suck. I was like, alright, well, it's bag, bigger, but yes, you would know it. So like, alright, but she's saying she wants to sell 100 gold for it, and like, I don't think it's worth more than maybe third of that. I get that she's trying to increase the price, but I understand she's asking for 50 maybe. That seems like fair. She's trying to make a profit, but 100 seems crazy.
And
I'm just talking about this in front of her, or what's this? Are we
I pulled us
side
off like
huddles.
10 feet. We just didn't
Huddles.
move. It's like we're like 10
Okay.
feet back or something like over here. I just didn't move.
We're huddled.
Yeah, like we're over here, around the car probably.
And I'll say, as dwarves,
Amazing.
we're more than willing to get into a yelling conversation, but that's really what we want to spend our energy doing.
Also, I already agreed to sell the hat for store
be
credit,
very-
so I'm not sure what happens if she then refuses to sell anything. Did she already
That'd be
take
a
the
very
hat?
normal strategy, you know.
No,
Up the
you
price.
guys have the hat.
We don't know.
Where's
You
Saji?
guys are like over here.
I still don't understand exactly how runestones work in this world, but I have some blank ones.
I have no idea what they do.
We rolled actually really well, or whoever did. So I have the actual description of it, but I still don't understand.
No.
It's like some weird inscribing runes onto armor.
Yeah, it's like you inscribe the
Oh,
rune on
right.
it, and then it takes on the trait of that thing.
Dude, I read
then
all
you can
about them. What do they
transfer it
do?
to something
The
else.
blink ones.
They're
Aren't
black.
they empty, the ones we have?
Right.
Yeah, they're blank ones, so we could etch
Yeah,
a
they're
rune into it.
But are they potency runes, or what kind of runes are they?
They're just regular rune stones.
That isn't how they work.
Yeah, it's on the list.
Yeah.
of
No, it literally
items.
says, like, especially prepared for etching a magical
does, yeah.
fundamental property rune, you can etch only one rune on the stone. Once the stone is etched, it gains the magical school trait of the rune etched upon it. When a rune is transferred from the runestone to another object, the runestone cracks and is destroyed. And then the price that is listed is for just the runestone itself. If you add a rune to it, it adds the price of the rune.
Oh, I didn't realize that's how it works. So when you do magic items, you gotta have a runestone to have it.
I don't know.
No, it's just like I think it's like a way of storing like a spell, like a scroll, so you can like later on impart it to an item.
Oh,
Yeah,
doesn't sound that
that's just-
valuable though. Like,
No, the blank one is worth a couple gold pieces.
oh, okay, yeah. So
Yeah.
we could try trade in, it would take off a little bit, but like,
Yeah,
Saji, what I'm wondering is, and to be quite honest, I don't think even if I go down, I have anywhere near enough gold for
How much?
buy one myself.
Yeah,
But
how
I wonder
much?
if you wanted
luckily
to.
you have a sister who's great at stealing stuff.
Exactly, but I was thinking if we wanted to purchase a group and then we can store all the items in it, make it easier traveling. I'm happy to sell the card when we get to Tain, and the profits we get from selling it will split evenly.
I mean, that sounds good.
Well, I have a good bit of gold, and I also have the spell scroll that I don't really know what it does, but I know it's worth about 12 gold, so we can throw that in.
We can also talk to her about that. Yeah, okay. Alandria, Saji, would you be willing to put some money into it?
Yes.
Okay, I kind of turn to Fanlin. All right, yeah, I think, like I said, I think she's ripping us off, but I kind of want to be the good
Well, I
cop.
mean, we could try to negotiate the price.
Exactly. Do you think you could go in and say you think it's not worth that, Fanlin, and I'll try to keep the conversation not too heated? I mean, she's a merchant, I'm sure she's used to it.
I mean, I could.
Yeah. Or you, Saji. Yeah, and you can pretend you know what a bag holding is. I think it's worth maybe, if she were buying it, maybe like 30 to 40. I'm not expecting her to part for it for like less than 50. Not if she's trying to make money, but 100 is...
Okay, you know.
Right.
Let me talk.
Okay. Alright, we all watch
Also,
that.
just this is just Tom saying here. I have no idea how much money I have right now, so
At
at this point.
you guys see
Uh-oh.
There's another tiger.
both of her
Uh-oh.
mercenaries
Oh, jeez.
coming over and looking upset. And as she gets to hear, Celestine says, addressing all of you, "It would seem you have not been treating as honestly with us as I had hoped.
Hmm?
You will return to my man the money that was stolen in full, and then we shall be on our way."
I say I'm sure there's been some mistake. I started thinking, then I started talking, then after a couple of things, I'm like, wait a second. I'm like, and I like, so I'm sure there's been some sort of mistake.
Ma'am,
Like,
we are no thieves.
I kind of look scared when he said we are no thieves. Like I speak up like I promise you, madam, I didn't steal anything. Possibly there'd been some sort of mistake. Like I kind of look hopeful.
Okay, Celestine is like individually one by one, looking at everyone in the group to see who's looking guilty. It's like
The little nimble dwarf
over
with the quick
you.
hands.
So let me see. It's going to be your individual deceptions, except no one is needing to make a deception. Except so basically, I need one person to make a deception check.
I wonder who that is.
Not me.
Can that be me?
Did you also steal gold, Tom?
No.
Damn.
I think my deception is probably the highest.
Because you actually have charisma.
Yeah.
Well, no, I mean, I don't really see.
I'm +6, man.
Directly questions, so I don't know how. I guess you can have like a +2 modifier to it.
Wait, what are you talking
Who
about now?
does?
Me?
To yes, you, Decker.
Alright, so that makes it a +3.
But isn't she just like she's sensing our motive, right, or some shit?
I don't think that exists here, does
It's-
it?
What would I do?
Deception against,
Oh fuck! Jacob. Oh fuck!
She's like, oh, I would never, and gold spills out all over.
I would never do such a thing. Like, have you seen The Simpsons?
all the times.
A
Rule
dog
one.
comes running out with like the empty bag she cut from
yeah. You know.
So no, yeah.
My
As soon as her gaze comes over me, I'm just like,
Here's what happened. Here's what happened.
pure sweat.
At that moment, Kirk. No, it wasn't Kirk, right? It was
It
was
was
the idea.
Oh,
Marin. It was
Was
Marin.
Marin? Okay.
Marin points and says, "Look, Celestine, that's my gold bag there." And you look down.
No, it doesn't make
The
sense.
bag that you went to get rid of in the woods is like stuck to the bottom of your foot. Back and it's just-
Damn it.
When he said that, I kind of look around and I like really heavily like swear in Dwarvish, like fucking. I don't know. It's like like a fucking blah. And I kind of just look so fucking angry, and I turn, and I just like shout at fucking Fanlin in Dwarvish, and I'm like, "You fuck! What the fuck are you thinking about, sister? You fucking idiot!" What do you think? What's gonna happen? What the hell? I'm just like fucking shouting and drawing. He's like, you couldn't be sensible for 1 fucking minute. They're fucking nice. Look at him. What are you gonna do now?
I'm just like opening my gold bag. I'm just like, how much was it? It was like, fuck. Did I write that down? I just kind of look at Marion guiltily.
Short him a bit. Short him a bit as well.
I'm laying into you so hard. I'm like, you.
And that is
You're ruining everything again, pal. This is why the parents don't love you.
That is turn kind of hands up to Celestine. I'm just like, our apologies.
Yeah.
I had to fucking tell you, sister.
Look at your flag. I'm like,
has a problem.
I don't care if it affects you. When you make our lives in danger, you're fucking us over, family.
We'll have a conversation later. And I look guiltily at Marion and it's like, how much do I owe you, good sir?
I'm like, pulling off my beard. I'm so angry.
30 gold it was, at least.
I'll make it 35.
You fucking better make it your life, Fanlin. I swear to God.
How much did you lose in this exchange now? You lost the opportunity to buy or sell anything.
Hey, we're not a very good party. We could still do something.
I'm a pretty good person.
Yeah. He's a priest, and I do have some amount of honor.
You consistent.
No flexibility.
Yeah, it's just everyone's like just shaking their head at me.
I'm fucking.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, wait, you're laying into her. I'm not, but I'm definitely scowling at her.
Although, okay, yeah. I also like. I look like. Man, like I step like closer to
Naren.
Fan, and she's just like, picking out the money. It's like do a little bit of like a nudge with the elbow and like whisper to her, "Like next time."
Oh, what'd you say?
I whisper, "Better luck next time."
Oh, better luck next time. I just gave you the slightest of nods. But I'll,
I saw that, Fanlin. I was like, "Son, you got it." You like sending me on.
As I'm putting the gold in the hand of Marion, I'm like, I thank you for the respect, and I wish you good travels, sir.
He takes the. Will you say 35?
Yeah.
Takes the 35 and like counts it and like nods at Celestine. Then she says,
I demand more from her. She fucking deserves it. I'll throw all her gold.
Fuck! Will you shut up?
She says, I think we'd just as soon have no more dealings. Good evening to you. And like they all like go and just like head off. Like they
and again, our apology.
She was ripping us off anyways.
And then they head off.
Fucking merchant. Can't even sort out anything yet, Fanlin.
Okay, Chris, can I still like, I'm gonna try to talk to them before they fully start leaving.
Okay. I mean,
I like walk up. Yeah. It's like I walk up like closer. Can I perhaps apologize once again in the name of our friend there? It was her. It was only her being with it. She has a bit of a problem. See, you know. The rest of us try to stop her when we can, but in this case, I guess we failed. If I could perhaps persuade you to give us another chance in the trading department.
It's not the most persuading argument.
Well, but, you know.
But I think
that we know she's a thief, but we try to stop her.
I think
he has a very nice tone to him.
Yeah. You know?
And he's a little likable gnome.
This is a request.
Oh, well, it's certainly a request.
I think it's diplomacy.
So diplomacy check with request, and I gotta look at my list of DCs.
Request. You make.
Do I roll? Do you roll?
I'm just gonna say, Chris. It says you can make a request of Chris. I'm just saying. It says you make a request of a creature that's friendly or helpful to you. That's all I'm saying.
Oh yeah. No,
Well, in that case, it's not. I think it's the other one then. Like the make friends something.
Yeah, I think you're trying to, but you haven't spoken to them yet. I think they're trying, but that talks about the attitude improving towards you, like so, like
yeah.
I get a technical request, but you straight up can't make a request. If
Diplomacy check against will DC. Okay, make a diplomacy check.
Modified it by any
Do I roll
circumstances
to-
of DMC.
Yeah, that's definitely some circumstance bullshit.
It's
going
not.
on.
It's not secret, so I think.
This
Tom
doesn't say secret. Yeah, you roll it
Okay.
because you know what the immediate result of the.
Is that correct? Correct.
But the problem is, if you fail really badly and it goes down 2 steps, they're gonna be violent, right?
It will murder us.
That is so
I
innocent.
don't think an 18 is that.
No, I don't think it is.
It might not be a pass given the circumstances.
What are like
but
the steps when it says like improve by 1 step? Does it say the steps?
It's on the
anymore?
next page. Changing attitudes.
Well, I mean, at least we're learning the rules, you know?
Not in the fucking next step.
So you want to go from unfriendly to indifferent.
Nice.
good
Um,
stuff.
I mean, she looks down at you, and says, "I appreciate that you might not have known what she's doing, but I'd just as soon do no more business with any of you if it's all the same. Goodbye." And kicks the reins, and they all start moving away.
I tried.
Yeah. I'm definitely not gonna have any negative words about you. I'm gonna have negative words about someone else.
Yeah.
Move on off. But
Like
hey,
what the fuck? Again, I kind of now just am more exasperated and tired, and I'm like, what the fuck were you thinking?
Well,
fam?
to be fair, when I stole the gold, I didn't know they were even stopping. I didn't know they were. I mean, I knew they were merchants, but
You didn't know they were nice, helpful people who helped us out of a tough situation.
let's keep things what they are. They weren't that nice, really.
She offered her 2 guards to come help us write our card after it got damaged.
Well, okay, that was pretty nice, I suppose.
What are you talking about?
As they're lifting.
I'm like, yeah. Was he like? Look, I get it. Like, you didn't know what they were going to say, but I know you did every time. Couldn't you have given them back? Say they dropped it, put it back on their belt without them noticing once you knew they were staying here for the night.
Well, that is a very good idea. The problem with the bag was that I thought I had hidden the evidence in the woods. Something went wrong.
Who else would have stolen it though? Even if you didn't have the bag, they would have. They might have taken bribes to us.
It was gold from a human guard that was, very well paid. I'm sure. And it's like she's a wealthy merchant. He's not.
We got 70 gold yesterday. We're pretty wealthy right now, family.
Yeah, but we could even be more wealthy. Who knows what's going to happen in the future?
I try to look past these things.
I mean,
it's just you. If you want to screw up your life and go steal around, fine, do it. But when it could affect me, you can't do that. Not when I'm standing 5 feet next to you and you're my sister. You can't do it, Famlin.
If you want to do
it, if you want to risk your skin, if you can't resist, do it. But you can't do it right when I'm next to you and when it's going to get me and the others in trouble as well.
I mean, we aren't really in trouble.
But they're somehow nice enough to walk away. What if they took nice? What if they took us?
I gave it back, didn't I?
Look, of course you did. But you had to
yes, it was a mistake. Let's
don't
just
forget
calm
that-
down.
I will certainly admit it was a
Nothing
mistake.
bad has happened to us.
I will
No, and
certainly
I'm sure
admit
this
it
won't
was a
happen
mistake,
again.
and I apologize for the situation.
This is the first time for you two. If this happened every fucking week back home, you would not be taking it so kindly.
I will have you
Yeah,
know.
but it didn't. So let's just calm down.
Yeah, Elandria steps forward and says, "Also, don't forget that Celestine knew of your family name. They will no longer speak highly of it." Work directly against your
Stop
intent in leaving.
making everything worse. It's fine.
I
We're
will have you
alive.
know.
That's all that matters. Come on.
Look, for what it's worth, the gold I've acquired over the years has served us really well. It's bought us this card, for example.
Moxie gives you a mean look, Fandlin.
I like
Moxie, that's you as well.
I like kneel down to Mr. Flops, like whisper something in his ear, and he just starts goes close to Flacky's legs and just spurs a bit to see
You're fucking familiar? You're a cat or something, right?
yeah, it's a cat. It's an orange tabby.
Nice.
He just kind of Purrs up next to Flaky and just like walks over to Alanja as well. It's like just being cute and nice and trying to.
With the cat,
He stops the
I
cat.
yeah, I considered it.
Alright, Flak, I realize how important this is to you. So I will make this promise to you. If I know that the target, the future target, if there is even one, I'm not even sure if I'm going to continue down this path, is not going to miss the goal, and we will never have any future dealings with him or her. Then, and only then, will I maybe, or maybe not, do something, and I will never let you know of anything. You'll be
Yeah, I kind of just like
in the dark.
I kind of just sigh, and you kind of see like the anger kind of drain from me, and then just kind of like it's like, look, Vandalin, one day this may happen, and you're gonna get yourself thrown in prison. What are you gonna do then? Where am I gonna do then?
I'll sweet talk the guard or something.
Vandalin, not every situation has an easy answer. Well,
I mean,
you gotta be like, one day you may have to pay for this.
But until then, I will pay with other people's money.
I kind of think like,
Okay.
all right, Vandalin, but I can't keep like helping you with this any longer. Like, I can't keep putting a blind eye to it. Like, if you get in trouble,
I mean, I'm not
going to be there to try to bail you out. So I'm just going to let you like get arrested or get in trouble. What do you think I'm going to do? Would you let that happen to me?
No, of course not.
Well, then it's not easy for me to do, Fallon. It's not easy for me to turn your back on you, but...
Well, it's not easy for me to try and help you when you charge into combat, but, you know, I'm there anyways because I'm your son.
Exactly, and I'm here trying to help you out. Look, when the parents badmouthed you, I didn't agree with them. I didn't call you out. I didn't want you to be sent out of family house.
Flaky, I think you need to accept certain things about your sister. And certain things don't change, you know? You just have to, be supportive in a different way.
So if I decided I, wanted to kill people, and I decided Fandolin should support me with that, that would be okay? She should accept that's part of it?
But Fandolin didn't just decide this. She's been doing this for a long time.
I don't know if that argument is helping, Sachi.
Well, I'm just saying it's different than a random decision, you know? You've known her, this is part of her.
Saji,
it doesn't really hurt.
I think the underlying problem here... I think the underlying problem here is we have different values on other people's property.
But your values
I agree
affect
with you that actions have consequences, of course.
But they have consequences yourself, that's fine. When they have consequences for me.
That's true. I will admit, most of my life I've been mostly alone.
Yeah.
So this
I
traveling
know
all
at
together
home
thing
you
is very different than what I'm used to.
I know when you're at home you didn't care, your parents didn't care, anyway you could do what you want, but here, it's you and me, Fandolin. We're meant to be a team. If this is gonna happen, you gotta look, even if I can look past what is happening, it shouldn't be a surprise to me when the person calls us out. Even if I can't turn you away from it, I shouldn't be the one wondering if any minute I'm gonna be shouted at by town guards. I can't go through my life wondering if the next minute I'm gonna be thrown into a prison cell as an accomplice, Fandolin.
That's true. I mean, I wouldn't want to get in the way of, your destiny and all that, being the wonder child.
I'm sure my parents think I'm the wonder child running away from home with my stealing sister. I'm sure they love me back there now.
Well,
and then my life...
They'll show them, They'll show them. Alright, I'll promise to think on it and to be more careful. I wouldn't ever want to get you in trouble, Flak. I swear on this.
I know.
And for what it's worth, it was a really stupid decision to make. I agree with you there.
Yeah, you could have done it better.
It was stuck on my foot.
Just come on.
Can you ever forgive
me? It's getting pretty dark now, Chris, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, sunset one day.
Let's just set up the tent.
You know what? I'll set up the tent tonight.
Okay, fella.
To make us even, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you guys set up what you have. And I need a random encounter roll for.
No.
Just okay, like some point soon after this conversation, when like Flaki isn't looking, and I like walk over to Fandlin.
You see that moment I'm not looking at family.
I'm just imagining Flaky just staring daggers at me like the whole way through. Okay.
Well, like he's not that close. I was like, he said, whisper, like talk to her. Like, I understand, but it's good. It's a good way to get some money. Successful.
Well, see, I mean that's what I'm used to. I just take the gold. They never see it. By the time they find out, I'm already gone. But I mean, I really.
We all have our bad. I'm on your side, but I got it.
I spent years, you know, mastering this craft. Gone pretty good at it.
Yeah, I'm sure.
You all saw the bag on your foot, but okay.
But you never saw the actual theft, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, thanks for a little bit of more support, I suppose. It's the old family troubles, you know.
Yeah,
Sure,
I know how that.
we'll get over it.
Having things your parents, you know.
Right.
I guess we have watches for the night.
Yeah, what? There's like it like tells us somewhere in the player's handbook, right? Like how long you have to watch for.
Fuck, yeah, it's a long time.
Oh yeah, you can't do something different.
That's also in the rules.
Yeah. Because everyone has to get 8 hours.
You can't.
By the way, Chris,
You can't divide it or something.
this laptop wants to do more updates, man.
Nice.
This is Dell updates now.
Okay, they're important. Hang on, I think is it exploration mode? Rest and daily preparations.
It's not in there, I don't think.
Figure it out. I need to take a pee.
So a group size of 4. So our total rest hours 10 hours 40 minutes. Each watch is 2 hours 40 minutes.
Yep. Okay, that makes sense.
Cool.
In which case, yeah. Okay, sweet. So nothing happens that night.
Excellent.
And in the morning, let's move back to this map. You guys, did I travel you that day? Yes, I
Yeah.
did travel you that day.
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Okay, cool. So it's a new day.
It's a new day.
New dawn.
It's a new dawn.
A new life.
By the way, we should be keeping. I guess we should be considering rations. Do people have rations?
Hey, don't be silly, Bash.
Yeah.
I have rations.
Go away.
We have rations on the Guardian, it's fine.
Okay, cool.
We have.
Oh
10
yeah, I also have
rations.
10 on my character sheet. Oh, but that maybe doesn't count.
So okay,
No,
so
I think
actually,
you got some extra gold or
I
money
think
at
we
the
got
end,
them.
I think a ration last night is the only night you would have needed. So we need to. That's the only night you've camped out. So we only need to subtract 1 day's worth of rations per person in the party.
Yeah.
Everyone
But
needs
there was
to
like
get some
an
rations from somewhere.
In like she said like an inn like 5 minutes away, right?
Yeah,
But it was
like
on
burned
fire.
down. Well,
Oh,
it
just
was
burned
burned
down. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, 4 rations gone.
4 rations. Wait, there's a ration
One
every.
each.
Why 4?
Need my-
Oh, one
There's
each.
4 of you.
That's mine,
Get
so-
1 each.
Oh, so 1 ration.
think so.
Dodgy.
Should have.
Think so?
Yeah, I don't have my.
You don't have any.
I'll give you.
No, I don't have the
rations.
current items list because it's on the other sheet, not in the one.
Oh, right.
For the kind words, I'll share a ration with you, Saji.
Okay, and you travel a day without anything going horribly wrong, and spend the night in an inn. So everyone
Ooh, no.
subtract for another
8
for a night at
copper.
the inn.
Pay him, sister.
Or 8 copper or 8 silver? I forgot.
It's over.
8 silver. Yeah. Okay.
No, yeah.
Yeah, and this one, there was
it's
this-
silver and 3 copper. Yeah.
Yeah.
Can you do a bed?
instead of a room?
Yeah.
Okay, that was 1 silver, right?
2
Instead of
silver, I
8.
think. I'm not sure.
I don't know. Look it up and subtract.
Yeah.
Fucking look it up.
I don't know.
1 silver, 1 silver. Josh.
Cool.
Okay.
1 silver, and then I'll do the better meal, so a total of
Maybe I should start. Maybe we should start doing. Now we got
1 silver, 3 copper. Yeah. Technically, since we rested out because we have tents and everything, do I still get the healing from the rest or no?
Yeah. Still pretty sure you do, right?
Yeah, I think you do.
Okay. I mean, I was
If
only
you-
down
if you
1.
have,
There's
like,
nothing
it's-
wrong with the rest.
No.
Okay.
If you have like actual sleeping stuff like a bed or even, I think it's
Yeah.
fine.
Which I do.
Otherwise, we fucking suck traveling in like don't know about it now.
Okay, and then the next move takes you to
Yay.
Danny.
travel
Thane.
to Thane.
Actually, anything you want to do? Okay.
You travel to Thane. The sun is still up as you come to the like the walls town that makes up the center of Thane. The area around you is not urbanized, but like still relatively built up. There's stables and some like like some like a smithy and some like tanning vats and areas of crafting stuff. The stuff you really want to keep outside of the walls and stuff. And then people do like out here. And you've been marching through, or not marching, but riding through farmland most of the day. Above the gates of the city, you see flying in prime place the banners of the Lord of Thane, and then also flying are the like slightly accented banners of House Ganabane, of the royal group that you saw. They were the trading commission heading north that you guys saw days before that Tanaka was part of, indicating that they are still present here in the town. No one challenges you as you pass through the gates. The guards with their halabuts give a cursory glance over, like, the contents of your wagon, but none of it's like particularly like hidden or anything. They can see everything very clearly for what it is, so let's just ride on through. And yeah, you are now in a reasonably large town. Probably the population within the walls would be in the neighborhood of about 10,000 people.
No.
And yeah, like central to it all is a large like keep surrounded on 3 sides by the small river that sort of winds its way through Thane and north to join the large river that flows through Alaria and out to sea.
Look at the doggy.
It's a very cute doggy.
It is a cute doggy.
Alright, nice. Rivers.
He's awesome.
So yeah, for the first time in this campaign, we are in a town.
Wow, time to start the city campaign.
Do
Where's
some
the top?
actual shopping. Let's go to the shop of bags of holding.
So
And then
let's-
not let
let's-
Fanglin in.
Let's settle.
That's
so
where gold
you-
can come in.
You find an inn. You find a place to stay. Let's settle the price of. Oh god, you know what we haven't been doing? Like the cost of looking after your animal as well. There's like definitely a copper in there.
It's free.
somewhere. Maybe it's free. Maybe it's free on the road. It's not free here. Because now we remembered.
Free. Wow.
And then I think we should spend. Well, we got like half an hour left. Let's look into the downtime system. And if anyone wants to do any of the thing in the downtime.
I want to go thieving, boys.
What's the worst that could happen?
Right.
Let's not do too much shopping before I figure out how much money I have again.
I mean,
How much did we gain some? Didn't we gain some points? Some?
Yeah, I'm sure you have similar amounts to like Alandra, right?
How much do you have,
Okay,
Alandra?
we can keep playing a bit for now. If we say we'll just do the downtime activities between. Well, I guess, but is there anything else really you want to do now? Just now, like.
Yeah, like we're in town for
You
the.
guys need to decide what you want to do, because if you guys don't want to stay in town for like a multiple number of days, then
Yeah.
There's no sense doing any downtime.
I mean, shopping would make some sense.
Have a conversation about if you want to hang around.
I want to set up my crafting business. I decided it's a DM.
So you guys find an inn. You pay.
How much money do you have,
You'll stay at the inn.
Josh?
Yeah. Hold up. Sorry. 29? No. Yeah.
What?
29 gold, 5 silver.
Somewhere around that then.
I gave like
I don't know how much.
I gave 35 gold away.
Total, but split between them. Oh, you mean to the guy? Yeah.
Yeah, but I still have more than that.
Because you have mine. You never gave me my half of the.
You're right.
That's why you buy for stuff,
Yeah.
but you just hold my money.
And again, I didn't start with like any gold at all. I basically have 1 platinum, 19 gold, so 29 gold.
Yeah. It started with 2 gold, so similar.
Yeah. I had like 5 silver left
Oh.
after everything was bought.
Did we gain
What
any last
page?
session?
Is the downtime?
No, I mean we got the golds from the town this session. We didn't get any last session. I think.
Oh yeah, from the town. How much did we get from the town? Shit, fuck. I think I missed that. I didn't write that down.
fuck.
461.
I think like 18 gold it was. Yeah. 18, 19 gold
19
For all of us? Or each?
each.
18 gold each. Okay.
Stabling is 2 copper a day, Jacko.
No.
Subtract, like,
Yeah.
you spent 3 in nights, right? So I think you
But
subtract.
you said they were free on the road, Chris.
Oh, yeah, that's true. I didn't say that. So 1 for tonight, then. So 2 copper.
That's what I said.
I guess it makes sense on the road, but like almost everyone have an animal.
Yeah,
For
right.
2 copper worth of a service and for free.
Right, makes complete sense.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Depends
Well,
on the land you're in.
yeah, I guess we'll have a conversation in party, right?
Yeah, sitting around. It's like the most crowded tavern that you as a party have been in
Oh.
by far. Maybe it's not necessarily like bursting, but like most of the tables are occupied, whereas most nights on the road there'll be like a couple of other travelers in there with you. So it's certainly, you know, for the social introverts in the group, a little sudden that you're surrounded by people. Although Sarji's fitting in, you know, just fine because that's what he does. He tells japes and jokes and is very social, just the way John Rolls plays him.
Okay. Well then.
Sarji, tell a joke.
Come on, Sergi.
Say something funny, Sarji.
Come on, Sergi.
Well, what are
Snap
you
to
doing,
it.
Sarji? That's a fair question. You actually have to roleplay telling the jokes, but
No, you do.
Ah, fuck.
No?
What am I doing? I don't know. I think it would be like
Are they racy jokes?
perhaps a little bit of the like quietness to start, but like after like a drink, speak going. Same as always, just you know, telling jokes or bringing the conversation forward if there's like a lull or that kind of stuff. I don't know.
Perfect.
We would have to have an actual conversation
Let's
about
have that
random
let's have
shit.
that conversation.
What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Chris?
Now that we've got your attention.
Saji hanging out on conversation streak.
Alright, well, after that very interesting conversation
Oh, that was a
happened,
good conversation. I liked it.
and we're slightly drunk, I'll say to the party, well then, we finally hit some civilization. I want to buy myself some geese. Anyone else have any plans while we're here?
Again, actual geese again, or just feathers?
Well, an actual goose is what they're called. But,
We
So you
might
say
want
geese,
more
I had assumed
you know?
multiple.
well, yes. Hopefully multiple, yeah.
What do you want for them? For the feathers?
Their feathers and their companionship.
The meat.
And their meat, maybe.
Isn't that a bit impractical if you just get them for the feathers? I don't think they grow that quickly.
Well, I've been thinking about it. I guess I could just buy a whole bag of feathers. But if I
That would be
wanna
better.
use them in a
Cheap
legit
extra
in my
spirit and that, you know?
in my legitimate business, then maybe I should grow them myself.
Eyebrow raised.
I wouldn't know.
Maybe I'll go to a flat
Yes,
shop and
you're
see.
the expert on that point.
Well, that's the thing. I'll just go to Fletcher, see what he thinks, and then decide, I suppose.
He will definitely tell you not to buy geese. Fan
Well, you don't know that.
Aye.
Okay.
You've lived inside a volcano all your life, like. What do you know
Yeah.
about geese?
The same you do, sister.
Which is why it's a very exciting prospect to own some geese, don't you think?
Well, look, I mean, sure, go for it.
Right.
What can go wrong?
Well, okay,
So we
so
want to attempt to look for a magic shop of some kind.
thank you.
Like, is this sound big enough?
Shopping
like,
sounds
shop
good.
Specifically for magical items, Chris.
Or
Maybe,
oddities.
maybe a small one.
You're like, I haven't made one, so no. Go away.
I would think maybe, I would hope like roughly
You
as
guys
much as
stole
maybe
for it.
Celestine has.
You
Yeah.
guys, Chris, come on now. You guys, don't you say
Yeah,
that?
you gotta look at the party of one over there.
Accusing me of not having made a magic shop in this session of all sessions.
No, you knew this could happen. You put those gold bags in front of me.
Well, you just asked if they have got an idea, like most people do. They're carrying some gold around. Anyway, so yes, maybe a small one.
And we have to get a repair kit for the wagon.
Or just take it in to actually replace the axle professionally.
Well, of course
I mean, it'd
that,
be
but also
approximately the same cost.
Yeah, a repair kit would be good.
for the future.
Yeah, but we didn't originally buy a repair kit, but they were like really heavy, and we already had the Arzing thing. But apparently, Arzing tools are like pretty light, so we can definitely just pick up a repair kit. That's really useful.
Yeah. Because it also allows you to just repair anything
Yep.
very
Yep.
short, right? Yeah.
Yeah, repair kit's really good. I guess for most like the Arzing tools are fucking crazy. Like it literally means we could like smith fucking as we travel. We could just stop anywhere and smith.
It's so cool.
Yeah. Maybe we should take some material for smithing, and then we carry it around. And when I actually am able to magical crafting next level, or like a couple levels, or whenever I am, we can do that shit.
Well, if you get a beat right, so you can get magical crafting, so it's the next level.
Yeah. So I guess it won't be too level 4. But level 3, I can craft like expert level gear, I think.
Okay. Yeah, so
Level 3 is gonna be great.
we go to that magic shop, Chris.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna have a bag of holding, some boots of elven kind, belts, some elixirs.
the do you even lift, bro belt?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you find a, I guess it's the next day. You find a, you find an alchemist who's selling the complete set of elixirs, first level elixirs, but you don't find anyone selling like actual non-consumable enchanted items.
Oh. Well.
Shocking.
Sad day. I glare at Camelon again.
Give you the middle finger.
You are only like 2 days away from Lamia, if that's really what you're looking for, which would certainly have like a reasonable network of
Only 2 days?
magical items to be acquired.
More than that, because remember we can only go 1 hex a day.
Yeah, we only
Okay,
2
so
days
3
away.
days.
It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days.
No, I think
It starts.
yeah.
Oh, the whole
It's
thing?
that big.
Including the sheep?
No.
But wait, surely the whole thing might be, but the actual place to get the magic items would be like here, right?
That's where the castle is, like the fortified bit, but no, not necessarily.
So like one of these, I guess, okay.
You can travel faster within the city, right?
Yeah, exactly. That too.
The underground, you know, in the
Is that a fucking manticore or is it a lion? Okay.
Both. A
Should've been
Mantalion.
a tiger.
They're way OP. Jesus. Right in my face.
Alright, like, I mean, do I really want to buy any elixirs? Nah. I mean, nah. I am not interested in any. At least. I kind of want to start crafting it.
I'm gonna go buy the fanciest repair kit I can find.
If you say that, you might actually
The
have to buy the
superb repair kit.
Is there such a thing as a sick repair?
Yeah.
Equipment.
There's the level 3 superb.
Oh yeah.
It's 25 gold. It's not even that. No, I mean, no, yeah, like there's normal packet and packet superb. Packet superb gives you a +2 repair check.
Yeah, you find.
I'll buy that for 25 gold.
Whoa.
the superb one.
Yeah.
Whoa. Okay, we definitely. I'll buy the sterling.
Where's
artisan
armor?
tools.
I
They're
forget.
50.
What page is armor? Before weapons.
It's like so much more than the wagon is worth.
Sight.
So we're gonna
Website.
fix Rabbit and make it
There we
even
go.
better. Cause it's
Yeah,
gonna
it's-
get
So
extra
does not
speed.
consume the repair kit?
No. Packets don't get assumed.
This isn't
Don't
a
get
video.
consumed? Okay.
No.
This
No.
isn't a video game.
Whatever.
We went through this last time and you were like, they're not consumed. I'm like, no,
They're
no.
not consumed. Are you sure about this?
Yes.
They're gonna go through it next time as well. Until
I'm
we're
sure.
certain.
I'm sure.
Until we're certain.
Pretty sure.
What are they under?
Can,
Material services?
I want to go work in a blacksmith for the day.
You do notice that there are more elves and half elves
Ugh.
than there were
Ugh.
anywhere in Laconia.
Gross.
Now that you've entered.
Over in Elflands, aren't we?
Laconia, you guys had been through. Probably
Oh,
only Masmar.
Oh, shit. Funny story. Apparently, armor is totally changed.
What?
Ooh, what?
Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking at the equipment page for armor, and it no
That's why
longer
we
gives
decided-
TAC bonuses.
What?
Whoa, yeah, that's right.
Whoa.
There is no. Where is touch AC?
Hey, but I thought Touch AC was always just your.
Just without AC bonus, but the army used to
Oh,
give.
no, it
AC.
used
It used to give both,
Yeah.
and they were much higher than this. Like, so they
Full play,
they
that's six?
increased
Whoa, what?
difficulty for everyone else and just fucked over armor. Holy shit.
Yeah, I'm a pretty not a lot of AC anymore. Holy shit.
Yeah, it totally wrecks.
Wait, it's the same. Right?
Full
It
play
used to
plus
be-
6, right?
It used to be +4. It's still +4. My best rate.
Whoa, OP. Fuck.
Like, remember, you get your proficiency to this.
Right.
Yeah, but, full play still definitely used to be like
No.
+8 or +9.
No,
right?
Yeah.
no.
Really?
No.
Nope.
I still have the old one. I'll pull it up.
I still have the old one, but I pull it up.
I
Full
did
play
even
+6/+2. Old one. You guys are fucking full of shit.
know. But like, what about in 5? It's like +8, +9. Right?
Okay, it's not 5.
Well, again, that one's not plus, it's just AC up 18.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's so
like-
crazy.
Like, no, it's the same. Full play used to be +6. It's still +.
No.
They
Yeah,
changed. They got rid of the
demolish.
dex cap. It used to have a dex cap of +1. Now it has a cap +0. It's still +. It used to be +6.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of armor didn't change.
They gave it Bulwark though, which is this new ability or some shit. On a reflex, wow, you get a bonus. It's like fire.
Yeah, I
Good
don't
for
have
you,
an
Patrick.
armor trait anymore.
It's like batten down the hatches and like the fire will
Yeah.
goes off.
Yeah, mine's exactly the same.
So yeah, that would have mildly changed things in that fight with the tiger.
Wait, no, why?
Because scale mail they dropped significantly.
No, it was +3 last time. I'm looking at it right now. It's always been +3. But then you get your proficiency bonus of like 2. So you
Oh,
would have,
maybe
like-
is that why I had to put? I think I had to change some things around because it wouldn't calculate correctly.
Yeah, but like it's
What's your
always.
dex?
They haven't changed.
Your AC should basically cap out at 17, right? Because 3 plus your level plus
Yeah.
2 from dex.
Yeah, 17. That's what it is right now, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's fine.
Okay, so,
They
well,
they
19 during the fight.
they nerfed the effect of touch. Yeah, but like the total AC has not changed. But,
Yeah.
like, they changed how shields work actually. Not everyone can shield block, only if you have defeat.
Did I have confused? I want to bring up the old one
I
now
think
because
shield
that's
proficiency would be enough.
Yeah, and they actually now have bucklers and wooden shields, and like they get +2 and.
Right, anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, enough rules.
Anyway.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Wait.
you guys are. It's like.
It's
the
probably good
daytime,
stuff. Point rounds also.
You're around. in
Yeah, maybe we can
You
think.
shopping out of session.
Well,
Yeah.
like, yeah, the idea was going to be also to decide whether or not you guys are going to spend any time here.
No, that's your
Or
job,
not.
Chris.
No,
Oh,
I mean, like, you guys, I don't, like, you guys got to decide if you're leaving town.
You can
or-
retrain your skills.
Or, like, if you want to do some
I
downtime.
think, well, at least
that
what
was-
I would think is that we're spending 1 day here and then moving on, or 1 or 2 days
Yeah.
at most.
Yeah, makes
Yeah.
sense.
I want
I mean,
to
as long
work
as it
as a
takes to
blacksmith
repair,
or anything.
I'm guessing the cart, right?
Yeah, maybe have like a spa day or something
Ooh, a
to
spa.
relax, you know.
Our episode.
Yeah.
Exactly.